right. How's everybody doing? 0 at the moment. Anyway, Wednesday night, 8:32, and we're live on Facebook and YouTube. So we got one in the background. Whoever it is, hello. I was just gonna drop the link there. So all right, link dropped. So if anybody wants to come up, they can come up. YouTube doesn't support comments on private. It's not on private. Anyway, we got two in the background. The link is dropped. If you want to say hello, identify yourself, as they say.
What's that doing?
Anyway,
I don't know.
who's that, Lily or Mia?
Mia.
Lily.
Hey, Mia, how are you?
Oh, it's Lily.
Mia got her card. Look, I'm in a couple of days, but it's just.
Who's in the house?
We got one in the background, but I don't know who it is.
Somebody lurking.
Somebody lurking. Got a lurker in the background.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see what happens. So, how is your day today, Simon?
My day's always busy. Got it.
Busy, busy boy.
Always busy. I'm ready to retire.
Are you? You getting tired now in your old age?
Getting tired of work.
Little tired in the old age, as they say.
Yep.
No, we're not getting any younger anyway. That's for sure.
Definitely not.
So, time to slow down, as they say.
Yep.
So you had the good weather, you were saying.
Yes. So we had a nice day today. Beautiful sunny day, which is a surprise for September.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the professor.
Hey, Ronald.
What are you doing wearing that on your face, Ronald? What are you doing?
I'm in Verizon.
You don't need that shot on your face.
Yeah, you do. You inside the building.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Everybody got a mask on up in here.
Well, over in the UK, you don't need that shit in anymore. So what
Yeah,
does that? What does that tell you?
That means Boris took his hands out of his ass.
Yeah. No, we don't have to wear no mask there. No, in no supermarket stores or anything. You don't need it.
So you don't
Only
wear
in
your mask
America.
at all? You don't wear the mask at all now, Slayer?
Hey, Gareth, I've never worn a mask.
Well,
Never,
you work
ever. So
but when you
even when there was lockdown, when I went in the supermarket, and they was all wearing masks, and the cashier said to me, "Hey, you can't come in here without a mask." I said, "Who fucking can? I'm exempt."
Oh, how are you exempt? Have you got a medical thing?
No, but that's what I told them.
Ah, okay.
So, but now in the UK, you don't need no masks.
Mm-hmm.
None. Don't need them.
Well, supposedly the 22nd of October, they're loosening things up here in Ireland more. So
Yep.
we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Whatever, but I won't be there anyway. So,
Yep.
meaning I won't be here. So I won't know till I get back what the actual situation is. But we'll see. But I wonder if I have to do a location. My sister was telling me that the other day that I have to do a location thing coming back into the country. So where I was or whatever. So I don't know. That might be scrapped by the time I get back. So anyway, I'm not going for it till next month anyway. So doesn't really matter. Ronald's internet.
I thought you just need the credit card.
That credit card always works.
Let's complete your application. So we can't use her number?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, there we go.
But the alternate phone number is probably going to be yours.
Yeah.
And here's the login information for my Verizon account. Well,
Yep. Different rules, different countries. So have you noticed when you're going past the pubs on the weekends, loads of people outside and whatever in the good weather? Slayer.
Say again, Gareth.
I was saying when you were driving around the weekends, did you notice a lot of people outside the pubs
Oh, yeah.
in the good weather?
Oh, over here, Gareth. Listen, you'll be surprised.
So it's really, really got back to normal there. Totally.
It's all back to normal. It has been for a good few weeks. No
Then why aren't we
masks.
doing it? Then why aren't we doing it? I don't understand.
Because you're still in Europe.
Yeah, I know we're still in Europe, but you're only up and down on a plane. You know, you
Yeah,
can be
but
there.
you'll see. When you get here, you'll see, mate. Honest. No masks.
Yeah.
No fuck all.
Yeah, because when I see people outside, okay, the weather is good, but when the weather was shit, people outside pubs, so that tells me they don't have the vaccination, so they can't go in.
Yeah, but
They're
you
still
can.
doing that here.
I had the vaccination, but I went in the Lee Miners arm and got myself beers, pints.
Hmm.
Don't need no to show anything. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you do here.
Well,
You do here. 100% you do here, because do you remember I went to the pub once and I told you that I had to show it. I knew it
Yeah.
anyway. I just,
yeah.
Yeah,
But over
that's
here, you won't have to show anything.
be interesting. And it'd be interesting when I come back here, you know, like what the situation is. Is there masks required? Do I have to do a locator thing or whatever? I don't know. Be interesting. But I know you guys can travel here and we can travel there.
Yeah.
So that's the agreement between our two countries because of the connection we have.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I've been in Liverpool town centre today, and there's nobody wearing masks.
is there any actual? Have you seen any people wearing any masks?
I've seen
at
a
all?
lot of only the Chinese. They've been wearing masks for fucking the last 5 years. Over in
Why would they
Manchester, you know what I mean? That's what they do, isn't it? You know what I mean? But like now,
No.
yeah, over in Manchester they do. They was wearing face masks for the last 5 years before fucking COVID.
Oh,
Honestly.
right. I hear you.
But
Hey, Adrian. We have Adrian on my Facebook.
hello, Adrian. He's on holiday. He's a man of leisure.
Mm-hmm. How are you and Connie?
They're good.
Be seeing you guys in a few weeks, Adrian.
Yeah. Well, Adrian's going to do us a Sunday roast dinner, Yorkshire style, because he's a Yorkshireman.
Oh God, I think Connie will be doing that, not him.
Well, he might be the teacher.
Well, who knows? Who knows? Hopefully the weather will be mild, so
Yeah, it would be mild because we're not getting bad weather here anymore.
Yeah, but you know that can change very quick.
No, it's
Very
not
quick.
changed for the last few years. Yeah, we might get a couple of days or a week or so with bad weather, but not like it used to be when it was 3 foot of snow.
Yeah, well, hopefully you don't have that when I'm over there.
Nope.
Even though I'm not there for long, but
Anyway, I can't see no comments because I'm on my phone StreamYard, so you have to put the comments on the screen.
Roger that. He did it from his Facebook, so he's watching from Facebook.
I think he's in Bishop Walton or Wilton, somewhere like that. I seen on his pictures earlier.
I haven't seen them today.
You seen him because you liked him. I seen you liked him in the museum.
Well, that wasn't today. That must have been yesterday or something.
It might have been yesterday, but I only seen him today because I'm busy working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anything he puts up, I see anyway.
For joining me.
So, no, I haven't seen anything really today.
I think it might have been yesterday. Connie put them up.
Anyway, all good. All good.
That one is in the background now.
We got 6 in the background now.
6 lurkers. Come and say hello.
Yeah, but it normally tells me if there's somebody watching from Facebook. It's not this time, but I know Adrian's on Facebook, so I don't know why it's not showing on the screen now. Because like other times when I've done the Facebook in the back, like go live on Facebook, it shows me on the screen YouTube and Facebook, but now it's not for some reason, and I don't know why. I know Adrian is there, so.
Well, I've never done it on Facebook, so I don't know.
And I can't tell. I'm looking at my Facebook now. I can't tell who's watching.
Oh, I thought he told you who was on Facebook.
Pardon?
I thought he told you who was watching on Facebook.
It normally does, but it's not now.
All right.
It should be showing up on the screen here on my YouTube, Facebook, and who's watching, but it's not. It should be showing.
Somebody's
anyway.
You in the background, isn't it?
Yeah, that was me. I was on my Facebook page because I was looking to see if there was a count on that, and there's no count on that either.
Yeah.
So I don't know who's there.
So all your flights are booked.
Yep. All ready to go, mates. All ready to go. Booked and checked in the whole 9 yards.
Okay.
Already done. Yeah, I did that. What was it, yesterday or the day before? Whenever I did it. But it's sorted now anyway, so.
Good.
I've already got my ticket anyway, so it's on my phone.
Yeah.
So all I have to do is just.
Don't forget the bread in the bread.
Mate, yeah. Guaranteed, mate. Guaranteed. I'll be getting it that afternoon, so it'll be.
Yeah.
Fresh.
Well, what time do you fly? 8:30 in the evening.
I sent you the schedule. I have to look again.
I know you're landing at 9:30, so it must be 8:30.
Yeah. Depart at 8:35. Land at 9:30.
Yep.
So that's a good time. There won't be any traffic, whatever.
Oh, there'll be no traffic. I'll pick you up at the airport, so you don't have to pay a taxi.
Cool.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you very much.
I might charge you 50 quid. Depends how I feel.
For what?
For picking you up.
The conversation. I thought you said you weren't going to charge me, and then I was going to say for the conversation.
Us Irish have to stick together.
Absolutely.
So
Hopefully,
you'll owe me a favour when I fly into Dublin.
well, that goes without saying. That goes without saying, mate.
Yeah.
Goes without saying.
So how many people in the background now? Goddamn Americans. Where are you?
7.
7 million.
They got 7 in the background. Well, I know Ronald is there because he's on his phone, so
Yeah.
he's watching through his phone.
Ronald's always lurking.
So I don't know. Nobody else is putting the comments, so I don't know who else is there. Probably Tony's there lurking.
Goddamn Italian American.
Could be anybody. Don't know. Don't have a clue. Don't have a clue.
What you drinking?
Water.
Water.
Yeah.
I'll get you a crate of Budweiser when you're here.
No. Well, that could be a good idea. That could be a good idea because all bets are off when I'm over there.
Yeah.
All bets are off. But yeah, bit of crack anyway.
That's it. That's what it's about.
Yeah, I can't wait till we have that race with the drones, man. Gonna kick your ass.
Well, you might not because I'm going to try and modify it, so I'll put a couple of turbos on it.
Yeah. You and who's army? No, that'll be fun.
Well, I know there's only one king of the drones, and that's DJI.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, here's Kiko. Good evening, Kiko.
I was looking for the bloody link.
Hey, Kiko.
I sent you the link.
About time you had a bloody American on here.
You're not American, you're Irish.
Okay. Oi, matey.
Yeah, you're Irish like us.
Yeah, put it this way, Adrian. I'm just looking at the thing here. You've got 3 messages.
Hey,
No,
Gareth.
not all the.
Yeah, but are you seeing the comments on YouTube, Gareth?
Gareth, you don't have the link on YouTube. You have your PayPal one. You don't have the StreamYard on YouTube.
There you go. See, he's
I
no,
had to go to Facebook to get it.
Yeah, the actual comments are not coming up on the front here.
Kiko, please forgive Gareth. He's pure Irish. He doesn't
That's why
know.
I put in a couple comments. Where's the bloody link?
Yeah.
Another one. Link.
I personally sent it to you.
I know, but that's Facebook or that's Messenger. Usually put it on YouTube.
Yeah, but I thought it was there anyway.
No, you have a PayPal. That's all you got on there. Just buy me a
no,
it won't. Or something.
It says YouTube doesn't support comments on private videos, and I don't know why it says private.
Is this private?
No, we're public.
But when I went to your YouTube page, the only link on there was your PayPal.
Well, for whatever reason, I don't know why it's doing this.
It's like Friday the 13th all over again.
Except I'm
you got all those people in the background and can't get on because it's not on the YouTube channel.
Well, I don't know why it's doing that because the messages are not coming through on the StreamYard device, and I can't put the link down. I have to go into YouTube to put the link down.
Yeah, but you got to just copy it off YouTube and paste it and pin it.
Well, just give us a second. All right, link is there.
Is that Adrian Mark Humphreys? Is that Adrian?
Yeah,
that's Adrian.
Done. It's pinned.
It's pinned to YouTube, huh?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. See?
But
I had to sneak in the back door.
But the actual comments, I can see Gary's comment here, and it's not showing up on the StreamYard.
The only ones I can see are Adrian's comments.
Is that Gary?
Gary uniquely extra has texted here. and it's not coming up on the StreamYard.
Oh yeah, see it.
So I don't know.
There's my fellow Yank.
What's
That's
up,
another
Tico?
Yank. He's another Yank.
That doesn't look like a liquor store to me. That looks like it says Verizon.
Goddamn
Yeah, I'm at the
Americans.
Verizon store without the Philly. Nah, we giving the liquor a break.
That ain't a weed run either.
No,
He
ain't no weed
disappeared.
run. I got Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew. We start calling you Tony.
Who dropped up? Gareth Reset, huh?
Hey, Ronald.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew will start calling you Tony.
Don't do that.
You got to start burping though.
Speaking of Tony, where is that Italian American?
Last time I saw him, he was at JB's.
Did anybody message him?
Ah, he's lurking.
Now he's lurking now.
This is rather
Now
odd,
she's into the
odd
Asian
for a
market.
Wednesday, huh?
Gary, you might as well come up. I can't. I have to go on to StreamYard just to read your chats. I can't pull them up for some reason. They won't come up on the StreamYard. Only Facebook will come up.
Next stop, Asian market.
Hey, Gareth, you have to unblock him.
I haven't blocked him.
24/7 Asian.
What's the name? One Hung Low.
Hey,
I
Alvin.
don't think so.
Ours
Hello,
is called
Alvin.
ours is called
Hello.
Wing Fat Hong.
Hello to everyone.
Hello, Alvin.
Hey, honey.
Hello,
How are you?
Alvin.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm trying to sleep. I just came to say hello to everyone here.
It's the Cameroon Beauty Queen.
No, not that one.
Oh, no, here's Gary.
Oh, got it. Did you tell Alvin? I'm 23% Cameroon.
No, I didn't, because we only talked when she was in the office today, and then she just texted me when she got home. We texted, so I haven't had a chat.
So,
And
Ronald,
What
what's the other
what I'll do is-
77%?
3% Cameroon. The other one is Togo. Then it breaks all the way down to Great Britain. 3% Norwegian, 1% Irish.
Hey, Ronald, don't you tell lies. You're 75% Irish.
What'd you do? One of those DNA tests?
Yeah. My son wanted to find out where we come from, so he sent me the kit.
Oh.
You didn't tell him Philly?
No, we don't know nothing about Philly and Cameroon.
So you
But
say you're
bro-
from Cancun? Where you from? Cancun?
Who?
No, Cameroon.
What'd you
Hola, si, senor.
What'd you say? Cancun?
Cameroon,
Oh, where's that?
Africa.
Africa.
Oh, it's in Africa, huh?
He said,
Is it near Nigeria?
Central Africa, near Nigeria.
It's near Nigeria?
mm-hmm.
Oh.
Gary, did you have geography in school?
I don't know, but give me some of that weed you was smoking this morning.
Hey, I wrote 3 more poems.
Oh yeah, hope they clean.
Hey,
Yeah, these
Gary,
are,
let's hear them.
Huh?
Let's
I
hear
was
them
gonna,
poems.
actually, I was so surprised that Gareth was live. I was just coming on there to send you a message, Gareth, was saying on Saturday I introduced my poems to you.
Hey, Simon, he's got to change the title. It was Woman from Cancun. Now he's got to change.
Well, we want to hear them poems, Gary.
Well, I was
I
going to
just-
do it on. I was going to do it on Saturday, and I was inviting some other people that I have met on other channels.
Well, you can do that as well, but we have to hear them first.
I was going to invite. Remember the people we met on Vikings channel, Bangkok Explorer.
Oh yeah,
Hong Kong Explorer.
Hong Kong Explorer.
Oh, Bangkok. Bangkok.
Bangkok.
And Mrs. H. Miss H. Miss H.
Okay.
Miss Hart. Yeah, I saw her on Bangkok Explorer live stream.
Yeah,
Yesterday.
Don't get that drunk woman on.
which one?
I didn't even hear her.
Because
Was that JB's
okay.
friend?
No, that's my girlfriend,
Who?
Alvin,
Alvin.
Oh, yeah, I know that. Oh, I
in
I
Cyprus.
didn't know that.
She's in
But
Cyprus. She's in
she's in
Cyprus.
Cyprus, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's been living there for 10 years.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So there
Well,
you
who
go.
was yeah, I did hear about the girl you were saying about. What's her name? I don't know. JB's friend you mentioned. I didn't
Amy.
watch that. Huh?
Amy?
Was that her name, Amy?
Yeah, the one with the dirty mouth.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Unfortunately, I didn't hear that one. I could have written a poem about it.
Oh, we had fun.
But unfortunately, I didn't see it.
Anne is in the background in Canada. I'm sorry, for whatever reason, YouTube isn't putting up the comments that you guys are putting down. I have to go onto YouTube to see the comments. For whatever reason, they're not coming up on StreamYard, and I don't know why. Only the Facebook comments are coming up.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
You know,
it's not life or death. So
I can share one of the poems with you.
let's break it
Okay.
up.
All right. The title is called Dead Mouse.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I was gonna play some guitar at just about 3 or 4 bars of a song.
Hey Gary.
Yeah.
Jesus, Tony's here.
Oh yeah, hey Tony.
What's up, Tony?
What are you gonna play guitar? Are you smoking pot or what?
Well, I was gonna play 3 or 4 bars of a song, and I wanted you to try to guess what the song was.
All right.
Oh Jesus!
But you know what? But you have to kind of, with this song, you have to really slow down your mind.
Yeah, that's not too hard to do.
Because I'm so slow at doing it that you just have to kind of completely slow down your mind and in your own mind speed up the music.
Uh huh.
So then you can know
that's
what
double duty.
Yeah.
Turn it down, turn it up. What the heck is that?
I hope you can get it note for note, so don't worry.
Famous strings pop.
It goes like this. It goes like this.
Where's that freaking turd Simon at, man?
Wait. Hey, Ann.
No.
Recognize it?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Huh?
That sounds like Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Smoke on the water? No.
Listen close now.
That's the Green River Killer.
What's that called?
Papa was a Rolling Stone?
ABC by Michael Jackson.
My Way. It's My Way.
My Way.
My Way.
I did it my way.
Frank Sinatra. My Way.
Well, everybody did it though.
So
now
if you
think
go,
yeah, I'm playing again. Now My Way. Here it is. My Way.
So how'd you
So it goes like this. how it starts my way.
Well, it's
Okay.
definitely your way because I can't catch it.
So, how did
I've been having so much trouble with that. I've been working on it for like
we
2
all are? Shit, what are you kidding me? We're all having trouble with that.
Okay, I
Oh,
can recite this one poem to you, and maybe on Saturday I'll have some more for you.
Coolaboola.
at least you give me a
Are you ready
warning.
for it? Are you ready for it?
Never.
Yep, go for it.
Okay, I was driving to the store before the trash truck arrived. I picked up a door without having to buy. I looked for some paint among the remaining trash, got caught by a neighbor, and had to dash. I returned to that trash when the neighbor had left, yelled at again, but acted like I was deaf. I looked for some hardware to go with the door. I found hinges that came as a pair, a knob, and even more. I went back to my house, and to my surprise, I had left my front door open with a dead mouse inside. I unloaded my truck and went inside, passed by the dead mouse, and tried to hide. My wife came home and came inside, past the dead mouse, and wondered why. I slipped out of the house and walked around the block. I returned home later.
And started playing with your cock.
To the door I knocked. My wife let me in, and to my surprise, the dead mouse was gone. I was happy, but I did sin.
What the?
What the fuck, Tony?
We sat down to eat. My wife had a salad, but she prepared me some meat. My meat tasted odd, but I said no word. My wife glanced my way.
And then I went for a turd.
I smiled and silently prayed and whispered, "Oh my God." After dinner, I said, "Do we have any dessert?" My wife said, "I have a surprise. Banana pudding with
So she
raisins."
started to flirt.
Something, of course, for my demise. Before going to bed, I drank a gallon of water, and going out of my head, I looked all around the house but found no dead mouse. The end.
What the fuck happened to the mouse?
He must
Hey,
have
Alan.
ate it for dinner. He ate it for dinner. She fed it to him.
Get out of
dead.
town. Oh Lord. So hey Romeo, how did you come about getting your current girlfriend?
Who?
You sure ain't you. The fuck?
Sure ain't me.
The only Romeo on here.
Must be gathered.
You gotta be
Well,
because it ain't.
think about it. Think about it. How we meet people nowadays. Holiday
Not
snap.
door to door.
You bumped into her at Walmart?
You knock on the door.
I flew to Cyprus. I went there for a holiday. I forgot to tell you I went there a couple of weeks back, and I met her when I was over there. All right.
A couple of weeks back. Well, it could have been 5 days back. Who knows?
Hey, we must have been drunk
just
and
flew.
didn't remember.
So what did you do? Rip your shirt off and show that Adonis physique?
Hey, whatever floats the boat. as they say. Whatever floats the boat.
Are your parents still away?
You have big old titties.
Yeah. For a month, 4 weeks.
Oh, 4 weeks.
So they're not affected by that volcano, huh, Garrett?
Just over a week ago. Just over a week ago.
Where did they go for 4 weeks?
Oh, Canaries.
Oh, Canaries.
Yellow Canary Islands.
No pigeons.
Near Africa.
Hey, Gary, you know his parents are still away. He's not locked in the loft.
No, sis, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
They went over to Pigeon Island.
No, it's okay. You're welcome.
This fucking camera, right?
You know you got your camera sideways, Professor.
He always droops to the left 90 degrees.
That's how he looks at people from the side.
Goddamn Yanks are always sideways.
Yeah, because you have to look at it this way and then need a bloody drink. There you go. That's a bit better.
Hey, Asian market.
That's
What
what
an
I
I'm
mean,
original
saying.
name.
I
Hey, get
tell
up
you
on
what,
that sign and write 24/7.
Hey, ours is called Wing Fat Hong.
Cream of
tell me,
some young guy.
Yeah, something like that.
That's a one
No,
hung low.
it's some young boy.
They're
let
You're
me,
trolling
almost close,
queers.
Tony. The address is 4197.
Oh, wait.
hey,
Good to know.
hey, did you hear about the way you can get into the Philippines now?
By boat?
Yeah,
By snorkel.
By
Online,
plane.
online marriage.
What the
Yep.
fuck?
Filipina P interviewed a guy who did that.
yeah, I
You
saw that
gotta,
video.
your
We
wife got
got
to
a
be
guy.
with you to get over there. You
We got
can't
a
come
guy
in
right
there
here
alone.
that did it.
You can't come in there alone.
He did it.
No,
He met
He
her. He met
did now.
her in December of 2020. They got engaged in January 2021. He married her in February 2022. He did all the paperwork, and now he's in the Philippines right now.
Listen to me.
first of
If
all,
you want to get
Gary,
that, if you want to get that stamp, your wife has to physically be with you.
Gary said 2022.
That ain't happened yet.
2020. I said 2021.
No, you said February 2022. I know that ain't happened
Well,
yet.
I meant February 2021.
Gary, do you
Well,
realize to get a ballot bias, to get the stamp, you have to have her physically be with you to get that, to get in. Now that 9A visas opened up to fiancés and such, starting today, I
I don't
guess.
know how he did it, but he's there. He's in a quarantine
Well,
hotel right now.
it couldn't happen the way you're saying it.
Oh
no,
yeah.
he
Somebody's
did.
somebody's misinformed here.
Go. Well, the U.S. immigration doesn't acknowledge
Recognize.
that, but the Philippine did, and he got over there. And if you watch the YouTube
Who the
interview,
fuck would want to marry somebody they never seen?
yeah, he never saw her. Just saw her online things.
This guy's what? He's probably a daffy 65-year-old.
I think he's I think he's 60, and she's in
He
her
could be
20s.
retarded too.
No, I don't
Well,
think
watch
he's
the
retired.
what watch the video, Tony. Then you'll know.
Yeah, watch the. Did you see
Yeah,
the video? Did you see the video, Gareth?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
No, I didn't, Gary.
it's
it
quite.
don't do me any good. They're
I've
giving
watched
you.
I've watched a few of her videos. Don't get me wrong. I have watched some of her stuff.
Because we know everything on YouTube is true.
Yeah,
Everything.
Mhm.
a Filipina P says it is. Ain't
Yeah.
no fucking. But anyway, I don't have that. I don't have that problem. But that would suit you there, good there, Gary. That'd be good for you. You're single.
It would be good with me because I've already been going with my girl for almost 2 years.
Oh,
Wow, that's almost common law.
I know, I know.
yeah. One of those.
I'm glad they didn't have common law in
Oh,
D.C. because I did live with somebody for like 4 years.
Thought you lived with somebody for 19.
Yeah. Well, it's in
I
between.
didn't. I didn't live with her for 19. I lived where I did. I saw her on weekends. We were just
Ah,
together
I
for.
well then I was misinformed.
We were just together for 19 years.
Was that
That was the one when he was sleeping on the floor and she was
was
sleeping
that
on the
you,
bed.
Tony?
Exactly. She's living on weekends. I'm a floor sleeper. It's
No,
good for your back.
Yeah,
You eating
I'm
pizza
sure.
again, Tony? What the hell?
no, I haven't had any. What did I have today? Oh, I had mozzarella stick.
Oh
You
shit!
had
You
What are
probably
you
had some
talking about,
marinara
man? What
sauce,
did you
huh?
eat? What did you have to eat?
Pepperoni roll.
Ah, okay. Shit.
I actually haven't had anything to eat yet.
Rice and tuna, man.
I'm saving
No,
the
I didn't eat
fireworks for
anything today.
undercover tonight.
I
You
didn't
gotta
You
drink
know
get
what
some
I
Eating
had
on
to eat,
coffee. I
Tony?
didn't
Costco
drink a
this
cup of
morning.
coffee yet. I forgot to eat yet.
Oh, shucks. I just packed a box today. I got.
You packed
You know
a
what Hey, Gary, you know what I had to eat today?
what?
Pussy.
Did it smell like
Because
tilapia or
Oh,
tuna?
and everything on StreamYard's true too, huh?
Was that this morning, Steve?
Hey,
Simon?
you know what I
every
did this.
morning.
You know what I did this morning? I called the consulate in Chicago, and they knock it back to me. It's like the only guy that speaks English is the guy that answers the phone. Otherwise,
Really?
Hey Tony, my wife went Saturday. They had a consulate outreach. She renewed her passport,
uh-huh.
$60, and she filled out a survey. If you fill out a survey, you got to eat at the Filipino buffet they had. So
Oh yeah,
she
Oh,
got
good
that
for
really?
all
them.
done.
They had
It's
fun.
I think it's good for 10 years.
Well, the what?
She's a
What?
Philippine citizen still. She had to renew her passport.
Oh, yeah,
While
green card.
no, not her green card. She had the Philippine embassy had an outreach program,
Yeah, yeah. I,
and they came to different cities, and she happened to get it while it was here.
I think their length is 7 years, something like that. But it's not the same as ours, unless it's been changed
I think
lately.
ours is 10 years for adults after you're
Ours
16
is
years
10.
old.
I just got my new one a couple months ago.
Yeah,
Mine ex, mine,
mine
ex,
expired. I didn't even bother because who knows when I'll be able to travel again,
mine
if ever.
expired January of 2022, so I went and got a new one.
Now I heard they probably won't open up the Philippines until the
Ugh,
election in May of 2022.
that's for tourists. Right now, Gary, fiancés
Yep.
can go can fill out the paperwork if you can get them to answer the freaking phone and set you up with a interview time. Whatever they want to call it.
Well, you should be able to go because you're not even. It's not even a fiance thing. You're
Well, you know what? The shit they want, I got everything they want. I copied everything they want, but trying to get them to answer the phone's another deal. You know how they are. I mean, 9 o'clock appointment means the guy will be there at noon.
you can just go down there. Why
Yeah.
don't you just go down go to
Nobody's
the
getting in
office?
the offices.
What's that?
Nobody's
Just
getting
go
in the
there.
offices, Gary. You just can't go down there.
Yeah, you just can't show up. You gotta have your paperwork filled out. You might as well do that now. Just leave the dates open so you're ready to mail it.
Hmm. Well,
They're
I'm not.
very they've simplified them. I can't say simple. Simplified them very a lot compared to what they used to be.
Wow.
I got the bank statements, the proof of income, the copy, the report of birth, report of marriage. All that good stuff. I'm just trying to get them to answer the freaking phone. You know,
So
'cause
you
I
have
called, I
you have
called
all
them about
your
9 times.
paperwork. You have all your paperwork that's needed together already.
Yeah, but you have to set up. You have to set up a time where you can meet with them.
Appointment interview.
Now the question is, before they were only allowing 59 days, but my question to them is, why not give me the unlimited entries for a year for the 90 like it's supposed to be? Because I'd like to stay there all winter,
Yeah. Right.
but
Right.
I'm going to have to. It all depends on a couple other things. Otherwise, I'd be gone. I'd be gone for good.
Hmm.
But I got a couple pieces of business I got to do.
Yeah. Right. Right.
So I didn't want to leave, and then I get something while I'm gone a month later, and go, oh shit, man, I got to come back now.
Yeah. How much is the airplane ticket now to go there?
Well, they went. Well, fuck. They went up a lot. I found one. I found one for 1,300, which is good. But well, you know what? The other ones are 1,800, and that's only $100 more than it was when I went there in 2012. So that ain't bad.
And that's one way ticket.
No, that's a round trip.
Oh, round trip. Huh?
I also looked into one way into Manila and then onward to Malaysia, and that was $400. So 2 or 4, I can't remember. So that would save me. What happens when you book a one way? The price is higher. You know what I mean? If you were to put 2 one ways together, it would be more than the round trip ticket.
Huh.
Because, but then again, you don't know when you go somewhere how when you feel like leaving. You know.
Right. Yeah. Right.
I mean, if you go there and you're having a good time, and 59 days has come or 60 days, and oh shit, I just spent $1,800 on a round trip ticket. What do I do now? But if you go there with an onward one from Manila to anywhere, $200 to $400, you're still doing
Well,
good.
I'm going to take a one way because I'm not coming back.
Well, then you have to have an onward ticket.
Yeah, right. Onward somewhere. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know what? But Taiwan's having issues with my ticket got canceled because you couldn't go in or out of Taiwan.
Oh boy.
But they gave me my money back in like 2 days, and I was extremely surprised.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Yep. So I still got a lot of stuff. It looks like I got more than what I keep forgetting that I'm giving all this furniture to my daughters. So all I really need to do is bring my shot paperwork. And did you keep your shot records with you when you got the COVID shot?
I have mine. Yeah.
You got them out? Did you take them home with you?
Yeah, I have a little card.
Well, more than that, the card ain't gonna cut it. You gotta have more than that card because that card's being copied and sold for like $10 a card. I went and had mine done at Walgreens, and so I have documentation from them. The first shot, the second shot, and they also, when you have those shot, it's just like a prescription. They give you that label with your name on it and what it's for, and that can only come from them.
Yeah, I got mine done at the VA, so I'll just have to go there.
Oh, yeah, I go there and ask them, say, hey, look, I need this. Don't let anybody over there tell you that card is good enough because it's not gonna be.
Yeah, right.
You're taking a big chance.
Yeah.
So get your stuff together before you do it.
And maybe you should get it laminated or something too.
No. A lot of places don't like. I don't know why they don't allow it, but they won't allow you to laminate your Social Security card. I don't know why. But
Oh, a Social Security card. Huh?
I had a guy. I had a woman get on. And showed me a Social Security card, and she had fee next to mail.
Oh.
You can't. They won't accept anything altered.
I don't think they like it laminated because of the reflection or something when they copy.
I don't know what that's all about. That's baloney that you can't do that. I got mine somewhere. I was carrying it around on me for 30 years before I found out you shouldn't do that.
I actually can't find my Social Security card.
VA will get. Well, you go online, you get one from the Social Security, or you can go down there.
Do I need it? Do I need it?
It wouldn't hurt.
I have my passport, and I'm not going for a job or anything.
Well, if you have Social Security issues over there, it'd be best if you had your card. It'd save you a step and a little bit of a headache, I would imagine.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, I should have everything, I guess.
Yeah, why not? I mean, I probably got more than I need for that. The 9A.
I think also you should have copies of things.
Well, that's what I got. I got double of everything I got. I got double.
Because they'll probably want a copy. And
well, what they do, like the report of birth is, you get all that together. I went down there to Chicago. I gave them all the info, and after they filed it, because they copied it, they sent me back all the original stuff.
But Tony, you need to breathe sometimes and see what's happening on the chat too, because people saying hello and no one.
Well, I'm on StreamYard.
Bothering, you know.
Well, Garrett's having a problem reading that.
Gareth, you're on mute. Gareth, I can't hear you.
Of course, you have a problem reading it when you and Gary talk and never breathe.
No, that ain't got nothing to do with it. It's not even on the screen. It's on. What do you call it?
It's not coming up on StreamYard for some reason.
No.
Yeah, I see that.
What's up, brother Christian?
There's the reason.
Don't know why.
I think I'd also like one of those little cards that come with your. You can get your passport. And you also have a little card or something.
Yeah, you have to go down there with the go to your local DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles. They'll give you ID. You got to bring proof of residency. So because start October 2nd or 11th, you have to have that card or passport to fly even within the United States.
Oh, I already have that thing. That's called
Are you
a.
muted, Gareth?
What do you call that?
No.
Okay.
I'm live.
Kiko, did you say that what you call that type of?
Well,
license?
you get a passport, or you can get a passport card.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
What is that? No, Tony was talking about some type of license. I forget what the name of it was. For going in the United States now, you have to have your license.
Well, or you could have anything. You could have that passport card, or a regular passport, or your driver's license.
Yeah, I want one of those passport cards.
Okay, so you go down to your post office and get a form.
Yeah.
Ask them which section you fill out. Make it a little bit easier for you.
Alan is saying just photocopy a bunch of C90 inserts and put them in a few jacket pockets, car, etc., etc.
Yeah, I got that too. I have that from when I was in France. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see you were on, Garrett, because normally on Wednesday I don't look at YouTube.
Yeah, I know. I was surprised to see you on here too. I looked for you yesterday, in fact.
Remember, I did it for your birthday last Wednesday. You were on last Wednesday.
I remember that, but I didn't know you were going to be on this time either. I thought it was just special.
I just pick a day now. I'm not setting Tuesday and Thursday thing. I just pick a day and just go live. But definitely on a Saturday anyway. But that's going to kind of change now when I'm in the UK. So I don't know what days I'm going to be doing it.
You were saying, Garrett, that you always refer to your parents as their first name, you know?
Yeah.
When I was growing up, I always referred to mine as Mr. Dininger and Mrs. Dininger.
Really?
Mr. and Mrs. Dininger.
Yeah, I understand, yeah. Why did you call them Mrs. or Mr.?
Well, my mother's married to my father.
Yeah, but why did you... Like, I call them by their names. I don't call them Mr.
What, you weren't a bastard?
Actually, my father always wanted us to call him Sir.
Tony's a little bastard.
But we never got in that habit.
There's only one of them on the
But
panel.
he always called his father.
I call my mom and dad.
Yeah, me too.
This happened to me. I never thought it would bother me because I always wondered why. But when our kids graduated, one of their friends said, "Oh, thanks, Tony," and I looked at what? When did we start hanging out? And then when I first met my daughter's husband, he comes in the living room and he says the same thing. Hi, Tony. I was like, what the fuck is what?
I
No,
know
man.
he
What
should
you
be
do
calling
is
you.
you
He should be
ask what
calling
they
you
like.
Mister
You ask.
Sampson, right?
Oh crap! Can't hear either. You ask what you may use. Can I call you this, or you call him Mister, or whatever, until they'll let you know.
Yeah, right. He should be calling you Mister Jones.
Well, he ought to be giving me the option, because I was kind of surprised by it. I didn't think that lack of that would ever make me think that way. But I thought, who the fuck? I don't know this guy. We're not on a first name basis. You be respectful, then you find out.
Yeah. Hey, did you notice that Harold Bald? Is that his name? Harold?
Yeah.
He's in America now. He's in Utah or something.
Who?
Utah.
He went to that motorcycle thing at Sturgis.
Oh, that's in
Well,
NATO.
he's all over the country, all over the world. That guy.
Harold.
I thought you weren't allowed to go into the States. I thought they're not opening up the States to English or American or English or Irish till
They
the end
are
of
now.
November.
They are now.
He's
Till the end of
Norwegian.
Oh yeah,
the end of November.
yeah. I think they're opening up though now.
Gareth, he's
Miss
from
Young
Norway.
saying good night.
They're open to Norway, so yeah.
The hell is it?
Anyway, not going there anyway, so not a problem.
Dang.
Well, I did notice that in Sturgis with all those motorcycle guys, none of them are wearing masks.
Okay, Miss Yang, thanks for stopping by.
They're on a
Appreciate it.
motorcycle.
Good night, Miss Yang.
Well, they're very rebellious, those people, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, very rebellious type. I don't even see any much comments here.
Because the YouTube won't put up the comments on my StreamYard for some reason.
Oh, that's why.
You know what? I got a notice. I got a notice on my YouTube the other day that said that if I didn't do that double identification system, I might not be allowed into my studio.
I already did it. I did it ages ago.
No, I didn't do it. I just dismissed it. I don't want to be bothered with code to your phone crap,
Well, for some unknown reason, I was kicked off of Facebook.
What?
Yeah, they said I violated the community rules or something.
Were you asking for booty time?
I have very little on my Facebook. I just have a little bit of my art there, and I have like 5 friends, and I keep it very private, and I hardly ever go on there. So this time I just went on there to see to go see it, to open up the kind of search for somebody actually. And I couldn't even get on. They said, you violated community rules. And you can appeal it, but it takes 30 days.
Someone might have hacked your account.
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah, if you got ABC123 as a password, it might be a problem.
Yeah, I always use password as my password.
Oh, this freaking kid pisses me off all the
fucking waste and everything. They say you shouldn't use the same password for more than 2 things.
I don't do it anyone.
I use the word password, but I spell it backwards.
Ronald, you parking, Ronald? What's that sign say in front of you? Do not park here. No Honda allowed to park here.
You could put that thing in your windshield the other way, and your camera will flip around the picture. So you won't be seeing that big stick there.
Appendage.
Yeah, and you're muted there, bro.
Yeah, you're muted. Muted.
Lost
Well,
connection as well. He's frozen up.
how about another poem?
Fire away, mate.
Okay, I'll read you No Rush. It's called No Rush. Okay, you ready?
Go for it.
All right, here it is.
Go.
I'll say, please look at me now, an old man in the making. My hair's gray as powder, or am I faking? A once handsome face now adorned with a beard, adding 10 years to my look, is like reading an old book. Does it really matter? Life is too short. Am I a mad hatter? Should I just abort? I look in the mirror and see what I am not. A photo shows the truth, but do I believe the front shot? I once could run more than a mile, but that was long ago. And now I'm happy just walking, and I do that with a smile. Sometimes I have to run to catch the bus, waving my arms like a crazy nun. But why am I in such a rush? Take your time, smell the flowers. But what about the rain or even light showers? Am I insane to worry about the pain? Don't worry about being late. Life is too short to hurry it along. You will get there soon enough as life goes on. The end.
Very good.
Huh? You like that one?
Yeah, very good.
Super.
I wrote that actually
Jesus.
yesterday.
While you're on the toilet?
I wrote that yesterday. I wrote one today too.
Let's hear it.
Fudge.
This one, actually, I just finished it right before I came on here and found Garrett's channel live stream. I call this feeling the hope.
Feeling the Pope.
Feeling the hope. The hope.
Wow.
No hope, Bob Hope.
Okay, feeling the hope.
Bob Hope.
Now, I wrote this because it's a rainy day today. It's very rainy all day. I was going to go out today. I wanted to go to the coffee shop, but because I send my girlfriend a message every single day, so I have to have something to talk about.
Take the rice mobile over there.
What's wrong? You're so sweet you'll melt in the rain?
Well, I have to take a couple buses actually to get to town, you know. So I could take one bus, but that bus hardly ever comes along, and I don't look at the schedule. I just walk up there and.
Guy sees you and he hits the accelerator.
Alan, yes, they are Gary's poems. He writes them himself.
Okay, here's a new one.
I can't see no comment.
Okay. You ready?
As I'll ever be.
Ready when you are.
It is a rainy day. It is a rainy day here on the shores of the Greer, along the edge of the bay, oh so dear. Can you hear the rushing tide splashing against the rocks? Only on my side, not on the locks. Beneath my feet and between my toes, the water and sand meet as I just pose.
Nude.
I take a breath of fresh air deep into my lungs, and with salt water in my hair, I dive into the chum that is being washed ashore.
There you go. Good job.
The fluid on my face is good for my skin, but my mouth was open wide when I dived into the chum that was being washed ashore. How gross is that? I thought to myself as I dropped to my knees, gasping for air as I spit out the chum that was being washed ashore.
That was Tony.
Thinking during this ordeal what great this was in the power of nature to be healed. I felt refreshed as I walked off the sand, my face all tingling. I was now in command. My body had turned to cope at the water's edge in the wet sand, so I felt the hope to let nature stand.
Gary, it'd have been better. It'd have been better if you just sucked a cock then instead of eating that chum. Probably wouldn't have bothered you as much. Oh, chum is nasty shit, man. Oh my god.
I got it all in my mouth. I got it all in my mouth.
Well, you can only envision
That's
that.
why I dropped to my knees, and gasped for air and spitting that out,
That must have been a sight.
One hell of a red sight.
Look, the missing link. The missing link, mama. Eighth wonder of the world.
I wrote that one today.
Oh, God. That had to come to you in a dream.
Get another, think of some other one, some other topic and write about it.
Shit, I wanted to tote over to that lady's house today, man.
Hey, Daryl, I can't put the texts up on the screen for some reason. YouTube won't. From StreamYard, they're not coming through on my StreamYard.
You're off of Facebook, people.
Yeah, the Facebook ones are coming through, but the YouTube ones aren't.
Maybe YouTube.
And I had problems with the YouTube Studio earlier on as well. So I don't know what's happening with YouTube today. Anyway, that's the story. Dice, as they say, there's nothing I can do about it. For some reason, I can't put the text up, so I have to click onto YouTube to catch up with the messages, but I can't put them up on the screen, so none of the guys see them. So sorry about that, but nothing I can do. Oh, yeah. Have you had your dinner yet, Slayer? Are you still waiting? Do you get hungry?
I had it while I was listening to Gary do his poems.
Okay.
You didn't spit it up, did you?
Dice.
He had breakfast, lunch, and supper.
Sounds
well,
like
I was hoping when Gary said his first verse, he would pause, and I could fill the second verse in, and then he could carry on.
we could do a poem like that,
Well, when you say your first line, you pause, miss your second line, and I'll fill it in. But you've got to go to your third line, and then we'll carry on.
Well, Simon, you did hear my one for the Bobs, remember?
The boring old bastards.
That's the one that I'm not really.
I thought you quit.
I couldn't actually skip that one section about when she was 29.
Oh, yeah.
What the part we talked about? They took her from behind.
Yeah, I put that one in brackets so I could actually have that only as optional.
They're gonna find you. They're gonna find you dead in that room and see all that freaky shit you wrote down.
Yeah, well, anytime she's on the rag, from behind is always optional.
Oh man!
Yeah, I had a video call on Sunday.
From your girlfriend?
Huh?
From your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Nice.
Actually, she had messaged me, and I thought she called me. So I thought, well, I don't want to miss the call, so I called back, And she was actually in church at the time, so her phone rang while she was in church, so she walked out, So.
Damn.
And then Yeah, it was real nice. It was like 17 minutes because then they were just getting out of church, and then she walked to the trike that they were gonna, and then I got a little viewing of her riding in the trike there on the road, and then when she got off, a little bit of talking, then ended.
Cool, cool. Hey, brother Christian, sorry about the monetization. We'll get it. Don't worry.
No problem. I knew it was 50-50 chance, so but it is no problem.
Nope, it ain't over.
Yeah, no.
Prime Minister, what you up to today?
Oh, dibble a bit, dibble a bit. Did some cleaning and things like that.
Ah, go, go, go. How many
But
pints did you get that day?
Nothing, nothing.
Gary, it's good you find a lady you can actually video call with and talk with, not only once a month.
Yeah.
You know.
Like her period.
Yeah.
No.
You know?
Well, we can do it like maybe once every 3 months or something's good.
Tell her to post.
Yeah. But I do write her messages every single day.
If there ain't no money in it, if there ain't no money in that envelope, she throws the card in the fire.
All right, where you at?
Here's another person mentioned that they like my beard.
Who?
Yavuz.
Said scaring you.
Huh?
Simon says that's scaring him.
Is that Simon?
Yeah.
Slayer is Simon.
Well, this is Yavuz.
He's in.
I don't know who it is.
Yahoo?
Yazoo. He says it's scaring.
It's got to be
Haunting presence.
Ronald dead. Are you frozen up,
presence.
Ronald?
Ronald dead, yeah. He's driving the car.
Are you frozen up, Ronald?
He's actually driving. He's driving the car.
Somebody's YouTube is on.
Yeah, somebody's YouTube is on.
Take a guess.
Yeah.
Well, they're together there, so.
I called my doctor today. Normally it's 3 weeks waiting, but I got an appointment tomorrow. So.
Oh, for arthritis?
Yeah, for the
Yeah,
pain.
because the hospital said to me last time I was there, and this was in 2018, that I could just call them. I didn't need to go through my doctor anymore. But when I called them yesterday, they say, no, that's not like that anymore because I haven't had any contact since 2018. So again, I need to go through my doctor.
Mm-hmm. Jumping through hoops.
Yeah, everyone wants to make money, you know.
Never fails. Never fails. Well, we hope you get the attention you need, brother.
Yeah, I'm going to yell a little at my doctor, so maybe he take me serious this time.
Right? Do like the veterans do. You raise up a stink.
But it's like this in a hospital, you know. If you say no to something, they don't want to help you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not interested in taking their poison, you know.
Right? That's why I'm limited to 2 pills. That's it. Oh, they say, you want to quit smoking? You want to try the Chantix? Say, hell no.
But it's little my fault too, because I'm not going to be a vegan just because I have an illness, you know.
All right.
Yeah,
I don't care what they say. Meat still king.
Yeah.
Shit.
I can't imagine a life without any bacon. You know, it's,
No fake.
Yeah, no, I love bacon myself. Pork bacon or turkey bacon.
pork.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as turkey bacon.
Yes, there is.
Speaking of that,
I buy it.
where's Dennis?
Cheaper.
Don't know.
He's the baconator.
Yeah, the bacon.
Where is Dennis?
He's back in Canada.
Back in Cancun.
I hope not.
Yeah, right.
Not Cancun, Cameroon.
Cameroon. That's your country.
Yeah, that's where they say I'm from. 23%.
You could go there and you'd probably be so welcome.
No, I wouldn't either.
Even with just 3% Norwegian, you will be welcome here, Ronald.
Oh yeah, I'm 3% Norwegian, baby.
You know, they have a town in Germany, my last name, and I'm thinking if I go there, I might be able to get discounts and free service.
Right? They got a jail in your name too. They could put you in. No, don't go there testing it. It may not work. It may not work. Yeah, boy, I put some mileage on the old liver and kidneys this last couple of months, so I'm gonna have to take a break from the liquor. Yeah, I can feel my my Wonder Twin powers activated. I'm talking about my kidneys. I'm like, oh, I don't need that.
You drink liquor like I eat ice cream.
Right? And I don't have to refrigerate mine.
Mine never makes the refrigerator either.
To answer
right away.
Wes, yeah, Ronald died a couple of years ago. He's just it's his ghost you're seeing.
Didn't they know? I've been dead since '87.
See, now you're giving us a smile. That's what they asked for here.
Ah, what? They can't see me?
Hey, I'm trying to learn this now.
Okay, Dice, you can send me a request now.
What is that, Gary?
That's the notes on the fretboard of a guitar.
Ah, nice. That's how you do it.
Yeah, it's hard to learn that. I can't.
You only use one note.
Can't even learn that song my way.
I told you I couldn't recognize it, so it got to be your way.
I know. Usually, you recognize my music.
That's Garrett. Garrett's good with that.
Gary's gonna lay down some Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Just those little combination right there. I think of the song "My Way." I'm trying to learn that I can be independent of my right hand and left hand. That's hard right there,
No, it's not. It's the same as typing.
Yeah, but you can play the just keep going back and forth, go like this.
Man.
But
what was that, Tony?
To change.
What's that?
I said, what was that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
It's hard to change your chords here when you're doing that. because I'm
Yeah, I
trying
know.
to think. You know, this part, your right hand has to be kind of like they call it muscle memory. You know, just keep doing and doing, not even thinking about it. So you don't have to think about it, so you can think about the other hand, you know?
Right.
Yep, some people got it and some don't.
Well, eventually you can get it, but it just takes time.
Hopefully before you die.
Time.
Well, I saw
You
some.
have time left, you know?
I saw some at Costco. You can get it.
Get time.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Timing.
funny. When I was in Japan, I was with my friend. He's a Chinese, but he's born in the United States and everything. But we went into a shop that had a lot of clocks. And they had a little sign here too, and apparently it said "Do not touch." But we didn't know that because we can't speak Japanese. So we're touching these clocks and playing with them. And the salesperson came over and didn't even bother with me, but yelled at him because he looks like he's Japanese, you know.
Hmm.
He didn't know what they were talking about either.
Why you do?
And it brought
I
back a memory. It brought back a memory when he went. His daughter and wife went to New York, and he gave me bought me this collectible from Hard Rock Cafe, and I had completely forgotten.
Show again. Show again.
Yeah,
There you go. Guitar.
yeah, guitar, and I had completely forgotten when we were in Japan. I can hardly remember anything about that trip, but when he bought me that, it flashed back to my mind that I remember we went to a little store that had a lot of this Hard Rock Cafe stuff because he wanted to buy a lot of it for friends and family back in the United States. It was in Japan, but I completely forgot. In fact, I can't even remember even going to the airport to come back home. I just completely blank everything out.
Hey Tony,
Yeah.
can you read that message out loud that I put in the private?
Oh, wow. Message.
Check it out.
I'm a freed slave from Western women. I want my freedoms. Slave from Western women eyes. Won't my freedoms.
Freedom.
Now, now
You want
you gotta say it. You gotta say it like a slave.
I don't
Yeah,
want my
but I'm not.
I
freedom.
I want my freedoms.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I responded to a video from Black Filipino TV where he was saying that they were saying Filipino women are like slaves, and then I made that comment that I got a couple of cracks on it. I had to show the boys this that I was
Was
just
he
cracking around.
Was he laughing?
Yeah, he was laughing. It was like that shit funny. You know how they do it, Tony. You see him like this on the old black and white, or not black and white, but the old slave movies.
Yeah,
They talking like this. I want my freedoms.
No, master. Do what you says.
Yes, Miss Ellie.
And you got some black people like Oprah Winfrey and them talking about, well, y'all setting black people back 100 years. I'm like, first of all, white man taught them how to say that because he didn't know how to talk like that in the first place because he learned it from them. You know what I mean? They talk just like that. I want
Every
some
every
freedom.
everything eventually acquires an accent of a word or a different way.
Mhm. That shit cracked me up. I'm going up north.
I think you have an accent, Tony.
What's that?
You have a slight accent.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, he
I,
knows it. I'm talking about I do.
I just don't know what she sees.
Just your natural
It's a
talking
Wisconsin.
as an accent.
My dad's what
Wisconsin.
People
talks.
from Philadelphia have no accent.
Who over there? Who there?
It's a Wisconsin accent.
Who?
So when we hear an accent, we recognize it.
Accent. I
Simon's the
don't
only
understand accent. What do you compare it to?
Simon's the only one that doesn't have an accent here.
Yeah, Simon's.
Good night, Slab.
Good night,
It's
Simon.
Good night, Simon. I know that be never forget.
How's no?
Say good night,
know.
Slayer.
He ain't saying that. He just typed it. Got one more Uber.
This.
Not till tomorrow though.
I'm
I've been out
frozen.
the house. I've been out the house since 9:30. I just getting back in the house at.
You go to work? What are you working now?
It felt like it. No, it is go knucklehead. Kuya Dan, you know, he's a hypochondriac. He's got a hot $20 left on his food stamps, right? His apartment complex is right next to the Winco food market, but he has to go all the way to the next town with his hot $20 to get Costco milk.
Life's tough.
And he ain't got no way to get there unless he asks one of us to take him up there.
Oh, man.
Dude, supermarket right there down the street. You can walk and get milk. No, he wants Costco milk and Costco banana.
It tastes better, I guess.
Milk is milk.
They got better cows, man. Happier cows.
I don't know about that. Cows got memberships too? When I heard that first poem, Gary.
Thanks, Simon. I forgot that I bloody was on mute.
Right, he said he was froze.
Yeah, he said froze. I don't know why.
Everyone, I got to earn the
What's
right.
froze? Is the avatar?
I forgot that I forgot I muted the mic, so that's my fault.
Okay, night, Simon.
Take care, mate. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Make the rice tomorrow.
Good night, Maria.
Good night, Maria.
I didn't even know Maria was on there.
No.
I can't put the text up.
You
You forget, Gary. I can't put the text up.
On YouTube?
Nope. And I had problems with the studio earlier on as well.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what's wrong with it. Something wrong with YouTube. Only the Facebook messages I can put up on the screen, but the YouTube ones won't go up. So there must be something wrong. There has to be something wrong with YouTube. Because, like I said, I was trying the studio earlier on, and I was out of whack. Really out of whack.
I just refreshed my browser on YouTube. It's still the same.
I even rebooted the computer before I went live and everything. So just to see if whatever, because I was trying to do stuff on the studio part and I wasn't able to do it.
All right.
No, I don't know what's wrong with it.
Wonder where Jake.
She would have got the notification if she's up. I could send her a link, I suppose.
She's probably asleep.
WhatsApp.
It's only like 4 a.m. with her. It's only 4 a.m. there.
No, it's 5. It's 5.
It's 5, Gary.
They're 7 hours ahead of me.
Oh, I thought they were
5 hours.
I didn't think they were 12 hours behind, ahead of us.
She's 7 hours ahead of me. So
how
it's
many
10
hours
o'clock here, so it's 5 a.m. there.
12 minus 7 is 5. Gareth is 5 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
Philippines is exactly 12 hours difference from the East
Fucking
Coast.
killing me, man.
I thought it was 11.
Pretty soon, when we move the clock
Oh,
back,
Lord, you're gonna have me confused the fuck out of even remembering what I learned in school pretty soon.
Ay, caramba.
Oh my god. Well, yeah.
Just remember, if you know what Philippine time zone is, it's exactly the same as Hong Kong.
Yeah, there you go.
The same. I thought it was. I thought Philippines was
on
1 hour.
the mountain over there.
Get on your computer and search time zones of the world, and it'll put up
Fall.
all 24.
Fall. Last in
Easier
September.
than that. Southeast Asia. Easy. Period. Anything in Southeast Asia. Same time. Oh.
Hey, yeah.
I'm done.
I was watching the live stream of Hong Kong Explorer yesterday.
Hong Kong Hui.
And Miss H.
Oh yeah, Miss H. She was on the Christians there on Saturday night.
I gotta tell. Yeah, I gotta tell.
Her station. She was. She had the naked shoulder. Remember?
What? Naked shoulder.
A naked shoulder.
The hell was? What the fuck? What?
You saw that, Tony.
Tony, it was so memorable. Don't you remember?
No, man. Naked shoulder.
Tony, you might enjoy her channel.
What's a naked shoulder, man?
You might enjoy her channel. She has some exercise things on there.
Oh yeah.
Some dancing too. You know, it's pretty.
Did she shake him?
Pretty hot.
Oh, there you go. Did she got him strapped down, or she just,
freewheeling?
Are they trying to defy gravity?
We don't put nobody's eye out.
So, how much tissue you go through when you watch that?
No, it says, I'm not that bad.
Well, you get the aloe one, so your skin is nice and soft. Oh.
Hey, as long as it's still working, Gary, keep doing what you're doing.
How many people are watching here? Not too many, huh?
I've got 9 in YouTube and 4 on Facebook.
Yeah, we got 9 watchers.
So 13. 13.
You sure? Get to Gary's math.
Oh yeah, 9 watching. Yeah.
You can't see the Facebook.
I had forgotten to give you a thumbs up here.
Yeah,
Yeah, just gave it to you. Just gave it to you there.
Now we got 10 now.
You got 10 thumbs up.
And 1 thumbs down.
Yeah,
Probably Tony.
Probably Simon. What do you mean me?
It's always you, Tony.
It's always me. And you get around the store, it's always him.
I wonder where Monk is.
I have to wear.
Wonder where Monk is.
We turned into fall yesterday, so.
All right.
Gotta wear my lightweight hoodie, my Badger one. This one's cool looking.
Hey, y'all want something crazy to watch? Go to YouTube and look up what's it called? Squid Game.
Who?
Squid Game.
Squid Game?
Yeah.
That's a bunch of Navy guys doing something. What?
Squid, yeah.
No, bunch of crazy Koreans, about 400 of them in this room trapped. They got bad money problems. They got bad situations in life, and they held captive by this crazy old man who wants them to, kill each other to see who would be the last one to survive. I mean, 49 billion Korean won.
Oh, wow.
That sounds like a Hunger Game.
Yeah, it sounds like Hunger Games, but these fools actually get money. Oh, you got. I mean, when I found out about it, I'm watching. Uh, Jonah was watching it, so I binged the whole thing. I finished at 4:30 in the morning.
Wow.
It was
So
that
did
good.
one person win out of all of them?
Oh yeah, there's going to be a winner, but
Oh, is
there's a
this?
twist in there.
Hey, did you see what Calvin was talking about on medical insurance?
No,
I guess it doesn't apply to you since you can go to the VA, you know.
right?
Yeah. But I guess he cannot.
No, he probably don't have any service connected disabilities
So
that
then,
require.
so, so then to get some sort of decent coverage, he's got to pay 400, $500 a month.
Damn.
Yeah,
So
Pacific Cross is a good one.
so don't go no have no problems.
Yeah, go as healthy as you can and try to stay that way.
Well, yep. Never make one trip home every summer.
But he was saying that it's not too wise to self-insure.
To what?
A lot of
Well,
people self-insure when they're getting there. When they go
well,
self-insure, they just save the money, you know?
well, you can look. There's another way of saying that. I ain't buying that shit. It's too fucking expensive.
Right. And
That's
if
what it is.
it ain't gonna cover me in the States, and that
You
international joint is crazy.
you go there. You go there on a decent amount to get to live on, and you can subtract what healthcare will cost you. Then you're going to be in poverty.
Mhm.
And then oh my god. Uh,
Well, I was figuring it's going to cost like $300 a month for me.
Shit. Well, I don't know, man. There's
What I
different forms of coverage,
what I
just
was
like
thinking about putting away though was 500 a month for emergency medical issues.
well, if you got do not resuscitate, that'll help you out.
But then again, before you get there, make sure you get every shot that you may need.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
Yeah,
every shot that you may need, except for yellow fever. You ain't got to worry about that. But if you get your
because
hep A and B, you
they
get a
got
tetanus
purple
shot.
fever.
You get a,
Cholera,
no, you have to worry about that. There's no cholera in the Philippines.
dengue.
Dengue, you're going to get shot from them. They got all the
Ben
medicine
Gay
you need. Dengue,
Bengay.
sounds like
mm,
Ben Gay.
right? But you gotta make sure when you go too, you gotta pack all that necessary medical stuff that you can buy here in the States, because that shit's going to cost you an arm and a leg
Well,
for one.
I had Chris do a video once, and for all the meds I take, that came to like $70 a month.
Phew.
Well, I just take these pills.
Now
What
Big
are those?
Brother's listening and watching to you in other ways because the uh, the place I get my medicines from, mail, over the mail through the mail,
Yeah.
and they called me with this recording like four freaking times for the same a lot of medicine I'm getting, the same lot, and I'm like,
Huh.
what if they were driving me up a freaking wall? They want you to say the address you're at one call, and then they want you to uh, what's your last four, the next one, and I'm like, golly, man, you know what? I told him a long time ago. I said, why don't you send me all of them in one shot, so I don't have to keep doing all this.
Yeah,
But
that
anyway,
goes.
they didn't listen.
Do you have to pay for your medicine, Ronald, through the VA?
I already did.
Or you don't have to pay every time you get it? It's free?
No, I paid for my disabilities. That's what pays it.
Oh.
I don't pay a penny for nothing.
Actually, I pay every 3 months $45, but last year they reimbursed me for the whole thing.
because they shouldn't have been taking the money from the first place.
Yeah, they didn't last year.
Those,
Yeah.
those VA reps and stuff over there on the East Coast, they the most despicable motherfuckers you know, because they won't tell you nothing. They won't even help you with nothing. VA reps and stuff over there on the East Coast. What's up, guys?
Hey.
Incognito just got back from the wet market.
Who that?
Daryl, you see that? You see that in the private chat, right? That's that. What's that thing called? That Harpo talk.
Private chat.
In the private chat, you see where I texted.
I'm a feed slave from Western women. Eyes I want, my eyes feed 'em.
Dice, you didn't send that request yet because I'm going to put it back to private. You want to do it now?
Oh, okay. That's why I don't see nothing. Okay.
Yeah, it's open now.
Tony, just
Send me a request and then I can lock it.
Tony, just imagine if you was a stutterer.
Oh, that's you, Daryl. Huh?
I texted you my ID in your WhatsApp. Use that. Go on to my thing, send a request, and then I can close it.
Eyes of crows.
Pork chop, Kiko.
Yeah, pork
Oh,
loin.
chop, man. Keep pork chop for me, man.
Pork loin with some rice and some Worcestershire
pork
sauce on it.
That looks good.
Give me some
Pork
pork.
loin over rice.
I want some pork.
Nice. I ain't got nothing over rice.
Well,
Tony, can you imagine reading that text and you stutter? I'm a free.
It's like the guy in with that Harlem Nights.
That's what I'm gonna.
Richard Pryor. You know, that doctor says somebody the fuck out. You know what I mean? I do now.
Spit it out, God damn it!
Oh my god.
So what was that, Gary?
Two cans for $4. 2 big cans.
Yeah, 2 big cans. That's not bad. But you know what, Gary? When you break it all down, it's $2 a can. If they advertise it as 2 for $4.
No, it's normally they're like $3.99
for one can.
For 1 can.
Yeah, shit.
So
it's a big can.
Hey, you can get you some crack for that shit.
It's
You're going to the wrong store.
I get it at CVS.
Oh, of course.
Asians. And they did charging the white man too much there.
That's a drugstore. I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's a pharmacy. No wonder. That's like going to the gas station to get your milk.
Yeah, right. Hey, I get a fuck and a half more.
Or toilet paper from the gas station. They're gonna charge you.
Yeah, but that shit paper too, man. That stuff will scratch the crap out of your.
A lot of these, you get a lot of these coupons, you know, at CVS.
Oh yeah.
You even get more off.
There you go. But when we get to the Philippines, there ain't no coupons. We gotta, haggle with them.
Oh, they don't have coupons?
No.
You say $2.50.
Do they have iced tea in the Philippines?
What the fuck? They're not that primitive. When do they have iced tea on special requests?
Yeah, but it won't be cold.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna stop at ice. You got ice?
It won't be cold.
Do they have light bulbs over there?
It won't be cold.
Do they sell light bulbs, fluorescent?
It'd be cold in the mall. It'll be cold.
Do you recommend putting ice in your cold drink?
Yeah.
If you want to be shitting yourself for a week, go ahead.
How about if you buy like you want to get something to drink out on the street?
No,
Your cold drink.
no.
Should you get like maybe a Coca-Cola in a bottle?
In a bottle? No.
No, they put it in a bag.
They put it in a bag with a straw.
Yeah, because they want that. They want that refund for that bottle.
Yep.
I got lucky when I was right next at a hotel, and the store was right next to me, so the lady allowed me to bring it over there and drink that at my leisure.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the best thing to do to stay healthy is drink beer, right?
There you go.
In a bottle.
If you're gonna be dehydrated, you might as well be fucked up when you are, huh?
Red Horse or San Miguel, huh?
Yeah, I ain't seen nobody ever get served beer in a bowl. So
You're lapping it up like a cat, huh? Like a dog.
It's a good shit.
Oh my! Oh my goodness!
Some days you just gotta go there.
But Daryl, that's the way people coming into the Philippines now, online marriages.
Hey,
I haven't heard of how many.
I've seen a couple of them that worked out pretty good, believe it or not. I meet somebody and I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, we met on. I said, wow.
Online marriage.
There you go, Gary.
I know it. I'm working on a new theory about compatibility.
Hey, you can't even see your turkey neck no more.
You know, where's that about now?
Oh Lord, that's a good.
I'm working on a new theory about compatibility now.
Oh,
Yeah. It's
what's
called,
your theory?
Make sure you share that with Biden.
well, you know, this thing is about like when you meet a girl and there's always a spark or something, you know, if there's no spark, you don't go together, right? But there's two types of, there's the instant and then the developed.
You gotta have positive.
Well, my first wife's grandmother said that. I mean, her second husband, guy was awesome, man. He died young, but well, for an elderly guy, he's only 60 some years old when he died.
Wow.
But she said that with him, because he was a nice guy, and she married him, and she learned to love him over the years. I assume that'd be probably pretty much everyone anyway.
That's right. That's the developed wife thing. So if you're in a long distance relationship, you're developing that relationship.
Hey,
so when you're instant.
Daryl, maybe show Gary that little porn movie you made of yourself. You won't want to get married then. You want to get laid, but he won't.
Shit, they're a dime a dozen when you get over here. They're running around like deer. Hold on, let me show you something. He got a different setup over here. This is one of my spare bedrooms for my guests when they come, right?
Yeah. There you go. There you are.
Australia.
Happy New Year, Australia, UK.
That's unbelievable, man.
Hey, this is just an example of a dime a dozen. This book is just laying on every bar you go to. They got these books laying on the damn table. This is one of the books that I advertise in for Sullivan's Irish Pub. It's called the Blue Book. And I laughed at it when I first got here because it reminds me of the Blue Pill. But anyway, there's the Blue Book.
Yeah.
Inside the Blue Book, they have this that is advertising here. Many advertisers of guys that show up and they marry some girl that's about 26 years old, but the girl in her brain though, they're like 40 or 50 because they're like, okay, Asawa, we're gonna have a pig farm, we're gonna have a farm, we're gonna have a this. They're very business like. Filipino girls, very business like in their head.
Mm-hmm.
And most 26-year-old girl in the United States, she's thinking about hanging out at the pub or club something,
Texting and shit, yeah.
This girl's thinking about businesses and how we're gonna open a business and after so many years, she's already got it planned. 10 years from then, we're gonna move back to the United States and I'm gonna take care of you and all this other shit. Is this paperwork done? Is that paperwork done? I'm like, whoa.
There you go, Gary.
She has it already together.
You pay for the goods and
Hey, and I have a lot of investments, right? I'm good. I'm good, okay. But my girl was like, "Hey, how about investments and insurance for the next?" But I had to like when she mentioned it to me, I had to think. I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta have insurance, and then I have to have the new investment started for her." So 20 years, 30 years from now, she will be able to have $400,000 saved up. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And be set or whatever, and have the businesses going, whatever. I was like, wow, because I'm thinking like, we're good. No, we're not. She's got another 40 years after me, man.
That's right.
Because I'm old as hell and she's young.
You are. Hey, Gary's older than all of us.
Well, I'm actually not that old. I'm just in an old person's body.
Oh, this is January 2019 edition. Let me show you. Let me show you next month's edition.
I thought the blue book was some type of book you bought when you're buying a used car.
Next month.
Blue book. Isn't that the same thing when you're buying a used car? You can look at the prices of the cars in the blue book?
Everything is in the blue book. Cars, medical, dental, every fucking thing is in this book. This place called RBI Steakhouse. Wow. I get the same shit. I get the cowboy special.
Wow.
The steaks come from Australia, and you can cut it with a butter knife. Anyway, in this book, I'm advertised on the front page, Sullivan's Irish Pub, and the back page. This says Christmas, and this is Thanksgiving. Every day is a holiday, and every meal is a feast at Sullivan's Irish Pub.
Wow. Oh, yeah, I see that. Sullivan's Pub in the back. Oh, yeah, I see that. You're advertising,
and I'm a Google guy. Because on the side I do SEO stuff. I do you ever hear of affiliate marketing?
Oh, I have heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah,
name.
I do a little bit of it, but it's a little something. But I'm very familiar with Google, bro.
Well, you got a
full algorithm to get people to look at something. You got to use the algorithms, man. Google. Anyway, this book is Blue Book, and Blue Book puts this stuff out. So I know it's a pandemic and everybody's kind of starting off slow, but you can think of it like this, because I went to college for this, advertising, design, television, mass communications. For 6 months, these books are going to be sitting on somebody's business on the table in Angeles City and San Fernando and Pampanga, right?
Yeah.
For the next 6 months, these books are going to be sitting on the table. And I've got the last 4 months.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. July, August, September, October. These books will be sitting on the table. When somebody wants to marry some girl, buy a car, buy a motorcycle, buy a house, go out to eat for dinner, some seafood bullshit, some property, go diving down in Cebu.
Wow.
All this book, anything you want to do is in this book, right? Furniture, the whole 9 yards, right? These are all advertising, people who are advertising in the Blue Book. And I'm, because I have the buying power, because the most of the people, man, they don't have 10,000 pesos for the front page, right?
Yeah, right.
They don't have 10,000 pesos. But they, by the way, it's a discount. They only charge me 8,000 because there's a pandemic. They say, "Oh, you want the front page, back page? You want somebody to buy?" Hell yeah! What's 800? What is 200 1,000 10,000 pesos? That's only $190.
Hmm.
And if they're giving me a discount, come on, man,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. So yeah, man, you got to get these blue books, and then there's another book that's out here called the Search and Find. Those are the two books. If you go to a hotel,
I imagine a lot of people read those because wherever they go, there's such a waiting line for waiting all the time that they're sitting waiting. They can read that all the information in that document.
no matter what business you go to, one of these are sitting on the table. Just like you said, the dental place, the car place, wherever you go, one of these books are sitting on the table, and people will look through it, and hell yeah, I'm going to get the front and the back page.
Yeah.
And I went to college for this, so I know it sounds stupid, man, but the back page is more important than the front page of a magazine.
Oh, really?
Bro, when you go into the next place you go into, look on the table. Magazine or book is always sitting on the back. The back is sitting on the front, and the back page is up.
I'll have to notice that. I'll have to look at that.
And I guess that guy that CEO who got in a little trouble, but he got out of trouble. He knew about that from advertising, designing, and marketing. You ever hear the back page? In the United States, the back page was the guy who was selling pussy in the United States, and it went worldwide. His magazine, his online thing called Backpage.com.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'll have to look that up.
You want me to Google? I'll get on it right now. Get on Backpage, and you click on it. It has real estate, cars, and all this other stuff, which is a front. But then you go to the area for massages or whatever, and it's going to tell you the girls advertise in there, and they're like, "Let's go out to dinner." But if you go to Backpage.com and get a girl to come meet you to go to dinner, you're not going to get no dinner. You're going to get some dinner. It might be seafood.
You're going to get the back page for sure.
You're going to get the Backpage.com for sure. In every country, man. In every country, in every city, this guy went worldwide with it. Now, this is what happened. They arrested him and called it prostitution.
Right.
Then he won. Well, it was a big thing. It was sensational. It was all over CNN. Oh, this guy got caught. Oh, he's a prostitution ring. Some Backpage.com and everything. But then when he won, he changed the name to something else and put himself back on. But nobody came and had a big CNN thing and went, "We made a mistake." His rights is everybody's right. If a girl is 26 years old and she's in college and she want to sell some pookie a weekend through Backpage.com, that's her prerogative.
Right?
Yeah. I see that it's Justice Department is involved here.
But once he won, they couldn't use the actual Backpage.com. But what happened? Everything broke out, and there's a million Backpage.coms now.
Oh, wow.
But at first, he had that one thing. So what they really did was they just broke up the monopoly because he had the monopoly all over the world on all the pookie. Because if a girl wanted to sell it, all she had to do was go to Backpage.com, sign the little thing, the form, and electronically, blah, blah, blah. But this is how he got in trouble. A 14-year-old girl in the Midwest somewhere in the United States got on there, and she lied, and she just said electronically, "Yes, I'm good." Then some Dateline thing got undercover. The girl showed up at the hotel room, and she was a little kid.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
So he got busted for that. So now he had to do something. They broke it up, and now he's got all these different ones with all these different names, but they all do the same thing. But I forgot how he did it, but he figured out a way. I guess he has to have a Zoom or something. He figured out a way that you cannot get an account with my .com thing unless you are of age. You got to prove something.
Yeah.
Before, everyone was just get on the internet and you just sign up. And hey, you could sign up for a thing and say, hey, meet me, and then I show up. You know what I'm saying? You didn't know who the hell. Yeah. But I had a friend that turned me on to it. His name was Dave. And I was like, that's like a date thing, right? And he's like, no, it's not really a date thing, dude. This is and he explained to me. And every weekend I was like, hey man, we're gonna go to this, wanna do this? He's like, nah man, I got a backpage.com girl coming. And I was like, huh? He stopped hanging with us, man, because he had there was no competition in his game or nothing. He would just get on there, sign up, make the deal, girl show up. You know what I'm saying? He goes, yeah, man, but you know.
And you made money from that.
Yeah, the girls got money. Yeah.
The girls got paid. He got paid the other way.
Backpage.com got paid. Everybody got paid from that initial thing, from that credit card. From that initial thing, everybody got a little something. And everybody was happy. But the bottom line is this guy had every country in every city in every country. So he went to jail for, I guess, 2 months or whatever, got out on bail, whatever, and then they broke it up. Yeah. Now, this is what happened. Once they broke it up, and he went into this underground thing, and he's got all these little things. If you get on there now and try to get Backpage.com, they refer you to the other sites. Yes?
Oh,
They refer you to all the other sites, and he's probably they fucked it up. He had one, now he's probably got 20. And then other people got into it. Here's a kicker, though. You want to hear something real funny? Craigslist got a little area and tried to follow. Yeah, go to Craigslist right now and go for massages.
Because Craigslist always had it.
Craigslist always had it.
Always had it.
He took it and turned it into international.
Yeah, Craigslist always had it.
Yeah.
But you know what, Daryl? I'll pay for my coochie the traditional way. I'm gonna get married.
You're gonna have dinner. You're gonna pay for it one way or the other. One way.
Ain't no way
one way or the other, you're gonna pay for it.
So now, Ronald, you met the family now, huh? You met the family now.
Mm-hmm. All the uncles.
You didn't give me no coffee? The fuck you fired, man.
You got your water.
Don't do that, it's hot.
Yes, because you have a hot soup.
Oh, man. This is why you should never get married, man. Okay, you're going to have some coffee later, but right now, you can have your breakfast with the eggs and all, but right now, you have to have a little bowl of soup like you're an old fucking man. Give me a little bowl of soup and some water. You need to drink more water. Asawa, you need to drink water.
Yeah, you do.
What are you going to do, man?
Yeah. She didn't give you no bid, did she?
Nah, not yet. But I'm sure it's coming.
Yeah, I have to go and eat myself, so I got to go.
That can of soup is calling you, huh?
Yeah.
He saw my soup. He saw my soup, and it triggered him. He got triggered.
I know, it's already 5:30. I haven't even eaten today, really. All right, I'll see you.
All right, big brother Garrett.
Hey, make sure you put the carrots in there and the lady fingers. Carrots, lady fingers, potatoes.
Yeah, okay. Good. Yeah, it looks delicious. I'm gonna go.
Parsley, with fucking oregano. Everything came out the garden, yo. Oregano, tomatoes. I got a homestead, bro. Everything came out.
Yeah, that's nice.
Guess what? Guess what? There ain't no meat in here.
There you go.
There's no meat in here. This shit is good as, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know Homestead is good. I remember it years ago when I was over there.
You know what I do? I take a can of Healthy Choice chicken noodle soup, but it got all the vegetables in it, and I crack out a ramen and cook them all together. Boom.
Cook it all together. That's what I'm talking about. Back in the day, man, when I used to live in Maryland, back in the day when I was fucking with that, State Department and all that shit, I don't know what it was about the commissary there on the military base that was called Aberdeen Proving Ground, Maryland. They had chunky soup that was like 20 cents a can, huge ass cans, military base. dude. I used to buy the chunky beef. The beef chunks were like big ass cubes of
Big ass
meat.
square. Yeah.
Squares. I would make one of those and put a little bit of like ramen noodle mix with it. I'd be in the living room looking at the television, and then the television was looking at me. I
You
was
be
out.
gone. That shit knocked you right out.
Knock you out. Some good food, man. 20 cents.
Not anymore.
I don't know what they got now, but 20 cents. That's
$1 now at the dollar store, but you go in the Safeway or something like that, you get 89 cents. I mean 99 cents.
Hey. Now, some people frown upon this. I think it's pride mostly. But you go into the fucking dollar store and go in the back there and look into that freezer. 70% of this shit is some bullshit. 30%, you're like, salmon? Are you kidding me? Salmon?
Yep.
For $1?
Yep. I stocked up last month. I got them little Salisbury steaks with the mashed potatoes and gravy and the little apple dish. $1.
For $1.
Hey, I'm like this. You get the same shit down in Safeway for $2 and some change. The same entree. I'm like, kiss my ass. I'm going to get the dollar store shit.
At the place where they're doing the packaging science engineering, we'll package this and give it to the motherfucking fools. Well, we got the discount. This is a bad cut on part closer to the tail of the salmon. We'll go ahead and send that to the dollar store. It's the same place, the same food.
Yep. They got everything in there.
Hey, there's this thing in New York when I was a little boy. There was a store called Pathmark.
Oh, I remember Pathmark.
Now, let me tell you something about Pathmark. My mom, my legal guardian, okay? She used to, I was a foster kid. She used to shop at, I didn't get to see her. Somebody's, hi, Annie. Hey,
she just
okay. So my foster parent.
I went to YouTube to check the messages. That's why I have to go.
Okay. Go ahead, Derek. I can hear you.
I'm gonna click on the also on the YouTube. So can I see it on regular YouTube?
Yeah, you can see the messages only on YouTube. You can't see them here for whatever reason. There's something wrong with YouTube.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over to just make sure I know what's going on. Sometime. Hey, she used to go into Pathmark when I was a little kid, and Pathmark had an entire section called No Frills.
Okay.
So everything in that aisle was no frills. So every company in the United States who made something, there you go, also made a no frills portion of what they were selling. There you go. Is that chunky?
Yeah.
Hey, so in my childhood, I was a no frills kid. To the point where even my uncles would go there and buy no frills. So it was like no frills beer, no frills, anything that you could think of was a no frills brand, and it was in an all white package that said red, white, and blue Pathmark writing. So you could buy whatever, toilet paper, everything was no frills. Okay, so I'm gonna click on like what do they call it, just a regular Google, and I'm gonna go for like 1975. Pathmark, no frills, no FRILLS.
Correct.
Now, I click on this image and I can share it with you, and you will laugh. Oh, you already saw it?
Yeah, click it. No, you haven't put it through yet. When you share it, I'll put it up.
I'm kind of lost right now. Okay, here we go. Too many screens open because I got some stuff going on with some marketing. Okay, so no frills is, where is that? Oh, Pathmark Google. There you go. So let me look so I can see what's going on. Oh yeah, so everything is no frills. You can have Pathmark used to sell in there no frills, right? No frills beer, no frills window cleaner, no frills Coca-Cola, no frills tampons for your pookie. Everything was no frills. So before there was Dollar Store and Dollar and Walmart and all this stuff, Pathmark had this little store, and everything was, look at this, everything was, and also they took food stamps, so that's why my aunt went there, huh?
Yeah, right.
So you can go to the No Frills band and use your food stamps, and look what you got: grapefruit juice, everything, grape juice, everything is no frills. I'm just saying, bro, that's how I grew up, man. Because
that's how you grew up.
I was po-po.
Yeah, that's how we grew up. And now you know Walmart got it.
Yeah, they got their little no frills area. Come on, yo.
Yep. It just say beans.
Yeah, it just says beans. Beer. Cola.
They got cornflakes, you name it.
You name it.
You name it. It's in that can, black and white. Take it or leave it.
Black and white. No frills.
No, none. No packaging, no advertising, no
color, nothing, no prettiness. Cola.
Open that can, it's the same shit at Del Monte. Nothing. Tony know about them no frill. Nothing. I gotta let my soup cool off. That shit hurts my mouth.
Yeah, you don't want to burn them lips, man.
Nah, bro, this is my money maker. Yeah, boy, we come up hard. Now you put that together with the government surplus, bam.
A lot of cheese.
I love that cheese.
I love that cheese. I killed my puppy.
I love it. Dude, I used to go back home and toast some bread with some butter and put that cheese on there. Man.
That deli quality. You couldn't make a better grilled cheese from with that surplus without it.
Try to make it up here.
That was some good cheese, bro.
Yeah, that cheese come from Wisconsin. And they was telling the farmers, don't sell it to nobody but us. And the government still got some of that shit. Plenty. That's why you got to stock up now.
What's today? Today's the Wednesday.
Today is Wednesday.
I forget all this.
I don't. People got jobs and shit. They want me to take them. Those were the good old days. That's why we still here, Tony, Daryl. We survivors.
Hey, did y'all see my YouTube page on the on my YouTube thing on my last one on the on my homestead?
No.
I did a little YouTube thing the other day on homestead gardening. But the homestead gardening is not the important funny thing. The funny thing is the first picture of the thumbnail. I'm faking it. Trying to be like Garth. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be like Gareth. Gareth. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be like Gareth. I'm faking it. I said this is a drone shot of my homestead. Actually, I'm on the top floor of my house, looking down, taking a picture of the garden. And I said drone shot of. I ain't got a fucking drone.
Peter. You're talking low budget.
Oh, fuck.
I should buy a drone. You know why? I think my house is like the, like certain places got a magnet to something. I think my house is a magnet to drones because the little kids flying their drone, and the drone comes in my fucking yard and crashes into my palm tree.
All right.
Then they come running to my gate. Should let my dogs out and run around and tell them I ain't got no damn drone. There ain't no drone fall here. Take it into the house and show Garrett and say, Garrett, how do I fix this motherfucker? Hey, possession is what? Possession is what?
9/10.
Is it 9/10? Yeah. 8/10. I saw it. Something. Possession is something of the law.
Yep, 9/10 of it.
Especially if you're on my property.
That's what that's for.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you a story. But you know my stories is fucking long as hell. But I'm gonna try to make this like 15 seconds. I worked in a place one time where I was inspector general, and the place where I worked at was a secret place, and you're not really, you know what I'm saying? So, but you could sign on if you were part of this thing. You could sign on people onto the base, and it was 3. You could sign in 3 people. Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah.
So you signed on. You can sign on 3 people for 72 hours. Usually, of course, people did it on a Friday because they got their guests, and it's a 4-day weekend. You don't have to go to work until Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So you sign on 3 people. So if Gareth signs on 3 girls, you sign on 3 girls, I sign on 3 girls, Tony signs on 3 girls, and there's a party at somebody's house on the base that Friday night. Bro, you're only going to be able to account for 1 or 2 girls. One of the girls going to be missing in this party, and she's going to meet some guy at that party, and she's gone. She might end up at Gareth's house that night. Do you hear what I'm telling you, bro? And it got so bad. It got so bad on the weekend. On Saturday morning when you woke up, you didn't know where the girls were. You better make sure. By the way, you probably had one of your 3 girls and another girl that was that Garrett sat on. So I got 2 girls. I'm happy as hell. We're hanging out. We're having hamburger. In more time, we're having pancakes or whatever. And then where are the other girls?
They gone.
Bro, I was the inspector general. Something happened. I'm not gonna say what happened, but something happened. And the general called me in the office on Tuesday and said, "Hey, I need you to fix this. This shit is not. Give me a policy letter, and I'll write a new policy. But we can't have these people running around this base all weekend, and we don't even know who the hell. We can't account for this stuff." I said, "Cause you can account for them to come in." Because you signed on the thing with your ID card, and they had to turn in their ID card, and they put them in the slots at the guard shack. The girls were leaving, and they weren't even with the guy they were with, and it gets confusing at the guard shack. Okay, who signed you in?
Right.
Where's your ID card? Oh, it's under this one. Because they would give you a pass thing, and that pass thing was for those 3 guests.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you, man, this base was a trip, and but by the way, because I was the IG, the inspector general, under the general, the real general. When everybody found out that the policy had changed, that you can only sign on 1 guest, that damn Sullivan, he's the IG, and he helped the general write that. It's his fault. It's not my fault. The general told me to write the policy, man. It's not my signature on the policy. And you guys, I just got here. You guys are screwing up. You lost track of the Pookie. It's not my fault. You guys messed it up. I just got here. Yeah, that's the worst job in the Army, man, being inspector general.
Right. I'm glad the days is over.
Because nobody's coming to you as an inspector general telling you, "Hey, everything is great," and I just wanted to give you a whistleblower that everything's great. No, they're gonna tell you some bullshit that's bad. My boss is stealing money. My boss's boss keeps taking the other secretary on TDY trips to Abu Dhabi and to Kuwait, and they're staying in the Intercontinental Hotel and everything. And I'm a GS11 and she's only a GS7. Why is she going to all these exotic trips? And I'm the senior HR girl.
She got a pussy.
Because your boss's boss is pounding that girl, that Filipino girl who works for that company. Hello. So it was a thankless job being an inspector general, because you only get whistleblower this, whistleblower that. He said this, she said that. That person's stealing money. We're missing something. We can't find it. What is it? It's 20 mill vans, 20-foot containers worth of bottled water. And then I go, really? And then I go, Who cares about water? And then he said, sir, it's almost $1 million. I was like, almost $1 million worth of water?
Wow.
Wow.
Holy shit.
$800,000 worth of water? Them contracts were ripping people off in Afghanistan and Iraq, man. Afghanistan and Iraq was a big ripoff, man. The government was getting gouged. Getting gouged by these guys. Yo.
How you get stuck with the IG in the first place?
Huh?
How'd you get stuck with the IG in the first place? You asked for it?
Officer duty, huh?
I didn't ask. Hell no, I didn't ask for it, yo. I didn't ask for it. I got picked for this thing because they said, okay, we need somebody to go to Afghanistan. And I was like, okay, I volunteer. And you know, the Army is crazy, right? So I get to this thing. They said, you can only go there unless you take this position because all the other stuff is gone. And there's a war going on. If you want to go there, you got to go this route. So what I do, hey girl. So what did I do? I said, yeah, I'll be the IG and I'll go to Afghanistan. And when I finished school, you come out of school and they gave me an assignment. They said, I'm sorry, your assignment to Afghanistan got canceled. I was like, what? There's a war going on, bro. It just got started, man, 2003. And they go, well, I'm sorry. You're going to have to go to Kuwait. And then after Kuwait, you're going to have to go to Saudi Arabia. I said, huh? So I ended up in some bullshit, working for some Air Force 2-star who was cool as hell, by the way. So that's why I ended up with the Air Force, man. But the Air Force is off the hook, man. Them guys have some fun, yo. Them guys are having fun. But General Twitchell said, hey, you're going to have to rewrite this policy. This is getting out of control.
Yeah, it was madhouse back in here in the Navy, too.
Oh, I bet. Bro, let me tell you something. There was a guy, no names, right? I was the inspector general, and we had an Air Force guy, a Navy guy who worked in our joint division. And he was from Louisiana. Anyway, we're living in military housing, military little villas, right? Mm-hmm. And there's 3 guys in every military villa, except me. I had to live by myself. So I had 5 bedrooms house in the Middle East. And you know how the Middle East people live? They live like, their houses are like mansions. Mm-hmm. So I lived in this house, and I thought I was chilling and everything, okay. Then the general calls me and said, we got a problem with some guys in the naval division. And I was like, what's wrong? The 3 guys who were roommates inside this villa, this mansion, turned the villa into a bar, a pub, a club. So all the Navy, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and all the girls who got signed on the weekend were all going to this guy's house because when you first walked in, there was no living room. It was just a plywood thing that they put together, and then they put a torch to it and burnt it a little bit. Then they put some polyurethane on it. That motherfucker had a bar, man. They built a bar, these Navy guys, and everybody would go to their villa on the weekend and party like rock stars. And the general was like, can I just stop him? Can I just stop it? I was like, sir, that's his house. I don't know. So I had to go. I'm the IG, dude. I had to go back to Central Command. I had to find out, is it legal? Or can he wasn't doing anything wrong. He was inviting friends over to his house to chill out and have it was like a big barbecue, really.
Nothing you could do.
And don't everybody got a little bar in their house? His was just a little bit much bigger, okay? So we had to limit his rations. So you can't have so much food, so much beer, whatever. You got to chill out a little bit. But it was strange, man. Some of the stuff that I had to sit on my desk, man, I had to go, what?
And it wasn't nothing to do with war.
Are you kidding me?
Wasn't had to do nothing with nothing but having a good time.
But I tell you something else, though. All the stuff that was happening while I was there, currently, I could handle pretty good. But because I was the inspector general, I had a vault that I could actually, a room that was not really a safe room. It was just a room that was locked, like a storage room. And I can go in there, and there was filing cabinets in this room of all the past things that happened before me. And I read back like 5 years and I said, oh shit, I'm just happy I wasn't here. And the thing went back like 25 years, but I didn't read all that. I just read what I needed to read, and I was like, oh my God. Bro, I know where all the bodies are buried.
Right? I'm glad you didn't get caught up.
I'm glad I didn't get caught up in it, man. But I knew where all the bodies were buried, and I found out about all this stuff, and I was just like, I got like 10 more months. I was just doing my time to get through this job so I can get away from it, because it just because I had the job, I just felt dirty.
I know, right?
It's just a dirty job, you know.
Nobody wants to be IG.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be IG.
No, man, nobody wants to be in the IG, because the IG, you're tied, because the general even told me one day, he said, I'm going to take some duct tape and tie you guys together if I ever see one guy without the other. The JAG, me and the JAG always had to be together everywhere we went. We went to breakfast, lunch, dinner, we hung out together, we went to the meetings. Shit. Make sure you tell them, man, I need some employees. I'm hiring. Man, where you at, Tony? What you guys at? You guys don't. What you guys got going on? I don't even know what time. Hey, it's like 7 in the morning here. I'm sorry, 5:58
o'clock in the morning.
5:55. I'm sorry. Hey, I just came back from the market getting food for the pub, and whenever I go there like 3:30 in the morning or whatever, my brain gets screwed up the rest of the day because I done got up so damn early. Hey, I got up. I walk my dogs before I go to the marketplace, because when I get back, I don't want to have to take them out because the sun's already up, and you know.
Yeah.
I went to take my dogs out this morning, and I opened the cage. They usually run out like crazy animals, running over to. Let's go out. We gotta go. I opened the gate to let them out. They just looked at me like, "What the fuck, man? What time is it?" The dogs were like, "What the fuck time is it?" I was like, "Y'all better get out there and poop." Yeah, they had to wake up. The dogs were like, so then they finally ran out. I'm like, damn, man, it's early. But just what she said this morning when I got there, she goes, wow, when you go to the Pampanga market early in the morning, there's nobody there. You can get all the deals. You can get all the food and chicken, manuk, baboy, pig, shrimp. You can get all the deals when you go there early in the market. So what's going on with these guys, man? Tony, Pico, these guys are in the United States. What time is it? It's 5:30, almost 6 o'clock at night.
It's
Philadelphia is
6
almost
o'clock
6 o'clock.
East time. 6.
6, yep, 6.
Tony's 5.
I thought Tony was in Philadelphia.
No, he's in
Wisconsin, Milwaukee.
It's Ronald
Dude,
in.
I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old, man. Damn.
I was at the bus station in Philly. I didn't care too much for it.
Okay. Because when you tell your stories, it's all about Philly, though.
It flew. No, mine are Milwaukee, Philippines. But I flew in from Georgia, from Benning to Philly, and it took a bus from Philly to Dix, New Jersey.
Hey, man. Did I tell you the story about I joined the Army in 1983 at Fort Dix, New Jersey?
Yeah.
And when I retired in 2014, at the end of 2014, the same fucking lady was there.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my goodness.
The same lady. She was like, oh, baby, I remember when you... I was like, huh? Old
So you
ass,
went
sweet
from
looking black lady with white hair, fine as hell, old black lady. You don't remember my name on your paperwork? My name is Mrs. Studevant. I was like, huh?
It look
She,
good.
she says that to all young men.
She must be
31
almost
years.
80 years old, man.
Yeah,
It
she
was
still
I'm thick, man.
it was quite the awakening when I went from desert to pine trees and grass.
I know it's a trip, ain't it? It's a motherfucking trip. That's
Hey,
like when the first time we got to somewhere from like when we got to Bahrain, I'm like, you shitting me.
what was
Ain't
it,
nothing out
110,
here.
120 degrees in Bahrain? 'Cause, I was there for a couple of years.
At least
Bahrain was a
you
trip,
talking
man.
about you talking about trying to get a cold beer.
Hey, in Bahrain, we used to sit next to the, you sit out there in front of the restaurant, and they're serving you the food. You sit outside, and you can see the steam coming off the road in front of you, blurry like a mirage. I was like,
You're like, damn, it's hot.
you can cook an egg on the ground, man.
It was hot. And you didn't want to drink really. Not in that heat. Nah. We had to wait till it cooled down at night. Go into one of those hotels.
It's crazy, man. Crazy over there.
I don't miss it.
Hey, they put me in Fort Lewis, Washington, bro. And one of the first nights I went out to the field, bro, there's some big old humps of dirt out there, whatever. He said, hey, don't sleep next to that hump of dirt out there. Those humps. Those aren't humps of dirt. Those are ant hills.
Yeah, boy.
And the ant hills were taller than me. I was like, holy smokes, is ants are inside there?
Chilling.
Fire ants.
Dude, if you fall asleep next to those fire ants, man.
Lunch.
Get up all in your asshole, drive you crazy.
Man.
Ooh.
Because we had to sleep on the ground. You know what I'm saying? We had to sleep on the ground and shit.
Yep.
So
Don't mess with them. They do.
And back then, we didn't have no technology like we have these days. We didn't have night vision and all this. All you had in the military was a red light, a red lamp that was stuck on you.
Yeah.
So you couldn't see shit. You had to I took my took my red lens off to make sure when I went to sleep that I was not sleeping next to we used to call them ant superhighways. So if you get next to an ant superhighway, you're done, bro.
Yeah, because that damn chemical scent is running across your track. They ain't gonna change.
Woo-wee.
They're not gonna change direction for you.
Not for you. They're gonna really run you over, man, and run through you, under you, up something. Those were the days, though, man. It builds character, bro.
Right.
Makes you a hero. Turns you from a zero to hero.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody has to ever tell you anything about planning, preparation, rehearsals, thinking ahead, getting ready to do something. Army makes you military, makes you think this shit.
Let's go. All right, let's wait.
Shoot.
What a fuck. Hurry up and wait. Every time. Yeah. Every damn time.
Dude, I used to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning for the 4:30 formation to get out to the range before 7 o'clock. And when we got out there, we just stood the fuck around and wait for somebody. Freezing my ass off just waiting in the rain.
Well, our musters was different. When we
call that. Y'all did it on the deck? Stand outside?
No, it would depend on where you were at. Usually we muster in one of our spaces, or if we're in port, we muster outside on the pier.
We used to muster in this one place at our station I called Fort Polk, Louisiana. And it would be so hot that your boots, the wax you put on your boots that morning, when you got out there and stood out there in formation around about 10 o'clock in the morning for whatever the hell they were doing, was melting on your feet. And you were you were adjusting each foot left and right because it was so hot on the ground. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, we fucked up. They make us do push-ups. right on that asphalt.
Yeah, right on the
116
asphalt. I used to do
degrees.
push-ups out there too. I used to go, but I was so young. It was just like, ooh,
I
but
think it was
still, man,
called
that was crazy.
McGregor. I think it was called McGregor Rifle Range. It was in New Mexico when I was at Fort Bliss in El Paso.
Mm-mm-mm.
I forget what the name of that was out there. But
We
it was
got the song.
cold as winter at night. But
We
Yeah,
got the song.
yeah, yeah.
as soon as that sun came up,
Fort Huachuca, yeah.
they
Yeah.
say you want to wear that jacket at night, you got to wear it all day. Guys
Yeah.
get in fights, they both pass out from no energy left to swing.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And those flash floods out in New Mexico are no joke,
We had
man.
this
You go
little,
out there,
I think it was a
everything.
flamer dude named Babs. Last name was Babs.
Oh,
He fought some Colonel Carter, Sergeant Carter looking guy out in the desert. You want to fight? Go ahead.
Hey, I ain't going, no, not for nothing. Listen to me. Back in the day, like 83, 84, 85, they had some flamers in the army that were working with us.
Yeah.
But back then, there was no, you couldn't, you know what I'm saying? It was like, it was before Don't Ask, Don't Tell. You knew this guy was a flamer the way he acted. But I'm telling you, some of those guys were like, we were working, doing whatever, lifting a truck engine, doing something in the military. They're almost some cock-strong guys, man.
The ones we had, we had a first and third platoon in basic because we didn't have enough for second, and the only one that got in trouble was the third because the drill sergeant busted these two guys tearing some ass up inside this inside this office, you know. So they got escorted to the gate real quick and sent home. But they had all the problems. They had all the fucking guys. We had a guy named Campbell at the time. I was 18. He was like 32, family man, but a tough dude I think he was from Philly. And we had this younger guy, and his last name was Blackman. And the older guy buffed the floor perfect. Took him all. He took pride in that. Did it all day. And then the younger guy came in and scuffed that shit up purposely. Oh, that Campbell guy, he cut him. He wanted to kill the fucker, but he cut him with a pocket knife on the neck, and they told him he got to go home too. But the guy was a good friend. He was a good soldier, good everything. But you don't fuck with his, you know. He did a job, and he did an outstanding job. And the other guy disrespected it. That was it.
Hey. There was this girl named Betty from California, right? She was half Filipino and half white. American. I don't know what her parents were. The other parent, I don't know what her father was. But he was a Caucasian, but I don't know what type of Caucasian he was.
Yeah.
She was a very beautiful girl. Her girlfriend was a white girl named Crownister. That was her girlfriend. Hello?
Yeah.
So one morning, you know, I don't know, just talking. She sat next to me, bro, and I was talking to her, man. It was on a Saturday morning. But I went to the dining facility after being out with my family, and hanging out. I was a 18-year-old kid. So I ate at the dining facility, and Betty, you know, she was one, hey, what's going on, girl? I'm talking to Betty. And Crownister walked up with her tray, but she didn't sit with us. She just went like this. Can I talk to you? And I was like,
staring like a zombie.
What's up? And then Betty was doing this. Like Betty went on police call. So I got up and I went over there and said, what's going on there? I ain't gonna say, what's going on, Crownister? She was like, all I'm gonna say is, did you do it? Do what? Listen to me. If you did anything with her, and I find out, I'm definitely gonna fuck you up. And let me tell you, this is 1984.
The girl said that to you?
Listen to me. This is 1984, and I was a cock diesel strong dude, man. Like I thought I was a rock back then, yo. You know, I was like huge back then. You know, I'm not an old man now. But you know what I said to her? I didn't do anything, Crownister. I promise you, I know Serious. I didn't touch her. Dude, I think Crown should would have whipped my ass that morning.
You weren't ready for that.
Dude, that chick she was serious, man. That was her girl.
Yeah, we had a couple like that. They got.
And I didn't want to be involved in none of that stuff. I wasn't even trying to have
while, but
I was just trying to have some. I was having some Saturday morning chow with a hangover. As well. I was not trying to fight a white girl that was taller than me.
Yeah, you get taken. You get taken by surprise.
Big white girl who had back then. She had her cigarettes rolled up in her motherfucking sleeve.
Aye.
Oh, that's dyke.
We had
I was
people
not
from New York like
fighting the dyke over no other dyke, yo.
That was
give
a
me
dyke.
cigarette.
Boy.
I'll kick your ass.
I'm trying to finish my shit on the shingle and get back to my room, and you try to work out my hangover.
Hey, you know that gas chamber, the gas mask exercise with the gas chamber, that made a lot of those tough, rough and tough women and guys into pussies, boy, because they'd come out of that fucker crying.
Snot running.
We had a super New York bitch. Yo, give me that cigarette, I'll kick your ass. She went inside that thing and she didn't seal that mask correctly, and she came out fucking crying and choking. Yeah, you real tough, huh? Shit. As long as you cleared, they showed you how to clear it. As long as you cleared it properly, you just had to relax, man. You start,
chill. You gotta trust.
No big deal, but you gotta listen. You can't go in there saying "fuck this, fuck that."
Key to it though is a good seal. You get a good seal, you're good. If you don't get a good seal, you're screwed up, man.
But that shit was stinging them because we got like tears and shit. You got that.
Well, the seal didn't help us. We had a good seal, but then we had to take it off.
Yeah, well, you got to feel it. I mean, we walked in there, we didn't have it on, so
you got to feel the burn.
And
they want everybody to feel the burn because
yeah. What did he tell you? Don't touch your face. Don't touch your eyes. Don't touch your face. Snot running and shit.
Do it anyway, and yeah, eat like a pepper spray, big time.
Woo! That was crazy.
But them big ass, tough, rough and tough girls, and some of those guys, they were saying where they were from, how hard it was, and all this shit. They went through there. That showed who they really were.
Came out like wimps.
We're like posers,
Yeah. That Ted ass will break you down.
You guys, when I trusted it, and when I did what I was supposed to do, and I was always kind of like, oh man, what if I fuck it up? But I listened, and when I did what I was told to do, it worked out just fine. So I had a good laugh when I seen these other big loudmouth people coming in there, crying their ass off, and their eyes stinging and shit.
Snot, the snot got me.
Walking like one girl from New York was walking like a man, like shooing flies or something.
Hey,
that was
crazy. We had this first sergeant, right? who was a Vietnam vet and had the combat patch of the 173rd Airborne, which is the special operations in Vietnam. And this guy was built like The Rock, except he was a big black guy, much taller than The Rock, okay? And the Army had just changed when I joined to these new uniforms called BDUs, battle dress uniforms.
BDU camos, camouflage.
Camos. Before they had some people transition, some people still wearing green.
I was in 1980. I had the green. I had to buy my own camo.
Yeah, and you had to buy the ones. I came in 3 years after you, and I got issued the exact BDUs already. So this 173rd guy, this big old guy, he had BDUs that he bought, but the BDUs couldn't fit around his arms because they taught us how to roll them a certain way.
Right.
But he could barely roll them because his arms are so damn big, right? And we used to call him Donkey Kong, the first sergeant, right? We used to call him Donkey Kong because he was so big. And he had one gold tooth in the middle. His name was, anyway, we call him Donkey Kong. And we used to tease him, he's a big old musclehead guy, whatever. And one day we were having one of these exercises, and they gassed us. They did some CS gas trade. They told us they was going to do it. Tomorrow morning, you're going to get gassed. It's part of the exercise. We got to check the block and say that this unit went through a gas, whatever. But they dropped a lot of gas, man, because you can see the smoke. usually you drop the pellet, you see the smoke, the gas, the real hard stuff, the white smoke dissipates, but the CS is still out there. You can still feel it tingling on you, right?
Oh yeah.
They had white smoke everywhere. This shit was strong. And at our site, we were being gassed. At another site, we were not gassed. And that site is where the officers were. So the officers called us. And everybody looked at one another. We were not going to answer the phone. How you going to fucking answer the phone?
Yeah.
Bro,
No.
bro. First sergeant came in there with his mask on and went, "Fuck you guys doing? You going to answer the goddamn phone? I hear his phone's ringing." And we were all like, huh? And especially that one particular phone because it came from the top, the DTOC, Division Tactical Operations, with all the big. He took off his mask, bro, and went like this. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Right, sir. Well, airborne, sir. Oh, what the fuck, man? The dude took off his mask and talked on the phone, man.
Hey.
Yo, some people are hard as woodpecker lips, yo. Now I know. And this dude was 173rd Airborne in Vietnam. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, you know the men. These guys ain't got no brains in their head, right?
Those gas masks had to have been from that era for sure.
Oh,
Maybe before.
I had the M17. I had the M17.
I don't remember what they were called, but they were old.
I had the first version,
M17. They've been replaced, I'm sure.
Had one
with the canister with the filters. We had the ones with the filters in the jaw area, like.
Oh, two? I had one.
Yeah. Yeah, we had two.
M17.
Oh, I was at Bliss. That's where we got them. But my point was all that hard ass acting and talking, and then you get in there, you know, and fuck, I didn't feel threatened by any of those fuckers anymore. You know, I'm all full of shit. You know, oh, you tough guy, you come out of this fucking tough bitch. You know, walking around pimping around, like fucking strutting around like you're gonna whoop the shit out of anybody. You gotta and you look believable, you sound believable, but when you go through that,
yeah,
you know, they start wailing and fucking weeping like a little fucking kid.
Yeah, we had a couple of guys from Florida like that. They thought they were, and the uniforms were always clean and pressed, and the boots were spit shined, and
hardcore lifers.
Yeah, they thought they were, but when some things happened, they ended up being like,
you know, people. It's like anything else. Anybody teaches you, they tell you to shut the fuck up and listen. And if you listen to what you're being told, instead of yakking about shit you did back home 2 months ago, you'd be fine. You know, you know just by holding it in your hand whether how much you're going to need to adjust this. You can see it. If it's too small and you have a longer face like me, you know you're going to have to loosen that fucker up. But instead of sitting around jabberjawing, you know, kind of get a little jump on that and do that shit before you walk in, and then you'd be fine. But you know, we all want to talk. We all want to talk about what we did before we got there. You know, when you're in there 2 months, that ain't. You know, you're still thinking like a civilian. I always did anyway, but I never considered myself a lifer. So when I was about to sign a bar re-enlistment because I wanted to get out, and just before that, I didn't know they did it like this, but they had an overstrength of Spec 4s in Germany where my orders were for, so they kept me. I wouldn't have to go, you know, if I'd have stayed in the Army. At least for another, married guys had to do what? They'd do 18 months. Single guys had to do 2 or 3 years.
I remember you said something about that before. That you had, basically you got lucky.
If you were married, I got lucky.
You would have went to that next post. You'd been stuck for another couple of years, and then something would happen. Before you know it, you'd be like, "Oh shit." If
I'd have re-up, it would have started that cycle over. That'd guarantee me another 18 months.
And before you know it, now you got 5 years. Now you got 6 years, and you're like, "Oh shit, I'm
I went to when I was at. When I was at Bliss with this guy his last name was Stewart. He's from Milwaukee too, but the north side. Back then, the north side was primarily black, and the south side was primarily white. Now it's all over. It's all different. But he took his. He told me he took his 77 Electra 225 over there to Germany. And he blew up the motor.
Of course. Trying to get an Autobahn with a 225.
Well, you know, back then that needle said 85. 85 was tops, which was a bit of a lie anyway. But he's doing 100. He said, you knew you was in the fast lane when somebody come up behind you and flip their lights or bump your car, or they bump your car a little bit. So, but he said when there was an accident, more times than not, them fuckers were dead.
Yeah, already.
Yeah, because of the speed they was doing. You know, I mean, you're in a Porsche Carrera with the shit top, no roll cage. Forget it.
Yeah. Hey man, that electric 225 takes me back. Those were days, man.
He blew that up. I said, "How'd you do that?" He goes, "I had that fucker matted all the time, and you know that engine just wasn't made to be." Back then, GM made shit from like mid '70s to latter part '80s, really, and there was no way it was gonna. You know, he's single guy, so he shipped all his stuff over there.
Yeah,
and he told me that the German farmers, because you had to. They go, hey, you can come through, drive your tank through my field, and then they claim they killed a bunch of chickens and shit, and then they had to pay them because of how many chickens that chicken could have had, and all that other shit.
Yep, that's it. That was Europe back in the day, man. They made a lot of money.
That's how the farmers made money by cheat. Well, they actually cheated, really, because you're like, if you're going, well, if I got to go 5 miles out, I don't have to go 5 miles out of my way. That's cool. Yeah, I'll do it. Sure.
Hey man, Germans they ripped the U.S. government a new asshole back in the '80s, man. With that wall bullshit. Hey,
well,
when I went over to Germany, these guys were so that's what made them do all those bad things during the war. The Germans they follow directions, bro. They follow when the leader tells you, so whatever they tell them to do, people do what they are told.
Mm-hmm.
And they are so anal. That's why they say German engineering with cars and everything is so perfect. These people have a tag on each freaking tree in the woods, and they tag the tree and number the tree.
Damn.
They number each tree is tagged, so they know the number. Bruh, if you knock out a tree or hurt a tree, they'll say tree number 175 of lock area. This you hit this, you owe that.
I worked with a Russian guy in the factory. He's from his name was Wolf V-O instead of W, but he'd like to be called Walter. And he told me that German bullshit engineering was fucking, the VWs were just shit. That it really wasn't, because that's how they used to advertise German engineering, But he said that's all bullshit. They got to make the bottom. All they're interested in is the bottom line on a car anyway. They don't get, if it's cheaper to have them recall something, they could care less. Volkswagen went through that diesel bullshit. They had to pay $1 billion fine, I think.
Oh wow!
Now if you can pay $1 billion fine, you got a shitload of money. Yeah, they doctored the EPG. They doctored the what do you call it?
Emissions.
The emissions, yeah. Well, see here, the state started to have facilities all over the place, and then they found out how much it cost to run them. So now they got smart, and they subcontract with a gas station. They stick the pipe up your fucking thing, and they check it. But that diesel thing was a big fiasco here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And another hour, a half hour or so, I'm gonna go food shop. Sunday.
Food shop. What are you chopping out there? Piggly Wiggly's?
Yeah, no, Pick and Save.
Pick and Save.
I think Pick and Save is owned by Publix or thereof. They got the Publix down south. They got the same layout in the store that the Pick and Saves here do. The same colors, the same decor, same everything.
How far away are you from Fort Stewart? Fort the McCoy.
McCoy, I don't even. I'm 90 minutes from Madison, So I think McCoy's up there near
two or 3 hours.
probably.
Hey,
Probably more like
once a
more
month,
like
or
3.
once every 3 months, you got to go to Fort McCoy, man, and save a lot of money, bro.
Man, they got all the Afghanis up there.
Don't say that. They got a couple, yeah, but
you know what? You know what they did with the Hmongs and stuff? Instead of putting them in Milwaukee, where we already have, what do you call it? They sent them somewhere where there weren't many black people, so they wouldn't be a problem. Because then they were thinking you were cutting into their part of whatever. But my auntie lives in Sheboygan, and she said they got a lot of gangs up there with those guys. Minnesota too.
huh?
Little gangbanger wannabes, they got the lingo down and all that other.
That's crazy.
But they kind of ruined the spot they were sent to. So once these respectful people find out that you can do pretty much what you want to do here without the consequences, it'll all fall apart.
Yeah.
I listened to one guy. I was watching this Laotian Aussie guy has a Laotian channel, Lao Now or something, and
Yeah, now
so
and
they
Lao.
so they give you all these YouTubers that have related Laotian, anything to deal with Laos, and I think they call it Lao now. I'm not sure, but they showed this Laotian guy. He's like a fucking like a gangbanger. The lingo and he sounds like he's from Compton or something. It just he has no idea what it's really like, and
You watching TV, bro?
he probably scares the shit out of everybody around where he lives.
You've been watching TV, bro.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But this guy is just. I mean, he must watch this 24/7.
Yeah, well, I'm
We're
talking
not
to you.
talking about the same 24/7, are we?
No, not yet. We're getting there. We'll let you know when we get to Asian 24/7 because Ronald's he's a professor after all. Eh?
Copy that. When it comes to the channel, I wrote it. You gotta let this
Shit.
go.
So I never got up there. I was at I went to Camp Ripley. I think it was called Camp Ripley up there in Little Falls, Minnesota.
Hey, bro.
Camp Riley. I think it was Riley.
No, Ripley. I told you I was stationed at Ripley, man.
Okay, I got it right.
Across the street was the Fuzzy Rabbit Titty Bar.
Dude, I have a shitty. They had a shitload of. When I went in reserves, I wasn't obligated to serve the whole term. So I did a year because that was a joke back then. I don't know what it's like now, but I was working in supply, man. I was in a tank simulator. And I was kicking ass in that thing. All these dudes, all these young guys, oh man, that fucking he's good, man. I was just tearing it up.
AGTS.
Who?
AGTS.
AGTS.
Automated gunnery tank simulator.
They had their weekend drill. They had like 10 of us, man. What are we gonna do? But we take weapons out and we saw. One guy told me, he goes, man, you're good at that because I used to loud as I could be, so they hear me, so I wouldn't have to repeat myself. Because you had to read the serial numbers off when you're putting them away. So I'd be in a different room other than where they got caged up, locked up, and all that. We were in a different room, but if you had a deep voice, you could hear it. So where they got turned in was different from where they got issued. But I stayed in that thing about 6 months and I left. I thought this is bullshit, man. I'm so used to uniform and shoes and all that, haircut. I get in there, these guys got hair over their ears. The master sergeant's talking. People are sitting there smoking cigarettes with their jackets unzipped, looking all over in their little group. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I thought it was
hey, welcome to the National Guard and Reserve, motherfucker.
I can understand and see why those people like that chick and those guys got lost, the reservist, or they kidnapped her over there in Iraq.
Lynch.
Yeah, I can see how that happened because these guys were clowns anyway.
Link up top, JB.
Jessica Lynch.
Clowns, nobody sirred. It was just, the master sergeant. This guy didn't know. Nobody complained. He's talking, and it looked like something out of Stripes or some shit. These guys are. Oh my God! I looked around me and I thought, what was I worried about? That was. But I can tell you, whoever joined and went, all they had to do was the basic and AIT, like we did, basic and in school. Once they were in the reserves, the most experience they got out of active duty was about 2 months, and that was it. And the reserves then, I don't know how they are now, but they were a joke, a big joke.
They got better.
We had guys in our thing that were in Vietnam carrying these 50 cal guns like what's his name, like Rambo, and whenever you heard this call for, I forgot how we did it, for help or whatever, this guy come running through the freaking brush with this 50 strapped to his, hanging from his arms. And I'm like, this guy, I go, what the fuck? He came up there like we really had somebody. like we really wanted him to kill somebody, man. But if I'd have been in the reserves that were sent over there, I'd rather have been alone. Because these fuckers, I can bet, you can bet that they put that weapon up right away. They didn't even try. Oh, JB's on regular.
Yeah, I sent her a link.
We can't see your comments.
Yeah, I can't put them up.
Yeah, we can't see your comments, JB, over on StreamYard. They're not transitioning.
They're not coming from YouTube onto StreamYard. Only the Facebook ones are.
Professor's backstage, he says.
Yeah, I was away from the computer at the time. I was upstairs getting my pills. Okay. So nothing I could. But I could hear you, and I was just muted my mic. I can hear and I can talk.
So Daryl, one weekend, this sergeant, I don't know what the hell he was. He says, "Hey, you all got to sign this." I said, "Sign what?" And I read it, unlike the before when I didn't, And I read it, and when I read it, it said, I would have been making myself obligated for 6 years. I said, I said, I'm not signing that. I'm not going home, man. This is. I had my fill of bullshit. It was. I couldn't tolerate this shit.
If you had signed it, you'd probably be just getting out the army. You'd have been one of those old ass mean sergeant majors that go, "Hey, good morning, Sergeant Major Tony."
Yeah, that would have been me, man. I hated that shit.
You don't want to say good morning to me, fucking little shit. You've been in the army fucking 6 months.
Yeah.
That's why those sergeants are like that, man. Those guys are like.
Who am I gonna complain to?
Every year they meet some 17-year-old guy. Whoa, good sergeant major. Like, you don't know. You don't even know. Get out of here.
No, that is they really need to be coached a lot better than what they are, because that 8 weeks, that the basic and then the AIT, it isn't nearly enough to make them realize how serious being in the service is. I was the only one in that formation with the proper haircut, the proper gig line, the proper everything. You know, and when I see E6s standing around, I'm like, psh.
Smoking and joking.
So I just lit up a cigarette and joined them. You know, these guys. This is how I was cruising through the woods up there, and I had this Deucenap, and I got my license for it, but I'd never driven one other than that one time. So when we get there, it's dark. And the captain says, "Go over there and start that dude. You know, warm those up and bring them over." I was out there a half hour. I go, "Where the fuck is the?" I couldn't see nothing. You know, and when I got one, these officers, they were reserves officers.
Mm-hmm.
I go flying down this road as fast as it'll go, kicking up dust because we're on dirt and stones. And these guys are trying to pick up this tree trunk that's about 8 feet long, and it's got to weigh a couple 1,000 pounds. I said, "There ain't no fuck." I locked up the brakes, and I thought, well, I better go ask them if they need help. And as soon as they started talking to me, I thought, what was I worried about? These fuckers don't know nothing. They just see me driving down the road. You know, I think it was it 60 top or 80 on? I forget. But
yeah, I saw Christian. I saw JB's thing. I said something to her already. But if there's anybody else texting there, I can't see nothing after JB's.
Yeah. Well, no, there's not. But
okay.
Is Irish sleeping again? Irish, you mean, or Iris?
Me. She means
Irish. Iris. Yeah, well, I think, ain't that how you spell Iris, isn't it? IRIS?
No. Go back to school and learn something.
Well, see, I don't know. That must be the, what do you call it? Irish in me.
Anyway, yeah, well, I can't, as you know, I can't do nothing anyway, so what the fuck?
Yeah.
Hopefully on Saturday we'll be all right.
Yeah, this is, I wonder if I might, did you try to reboot that when you first started?
Yeah, I rebooted the computer and everything.
Oh, well. Yeah, hopefully it's not.
And I've left the studio twice.
Well, I mean, if we got to sit there and look at the YouTube part of this, there's going to be a big lag in time. I mean, on the YouTube one, Gary's still on this one. That's how behind it is.
Well, you just like just push it forward.
Oh, wow.
Something wrong with YouTube. Definitely something wrong with YouTube. I don't know what the hell's wrong.
Yeah, maybe I should have done that. I didn't feel like doing that the second stage of chiming in here because if I'm out of the country, what do? I'm not going to get no message or code sent to my phone.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You need to do it while you're there in the States. Otherwise, you're going to have problems later on down along the line.
If they say they're going to send me a code to my phone, that means they want. They're probably in cahoots with Uncle Sam, where they want to keep tabs on me. They'll know.
Then you get booted off, man.
It just said about your what do you call it page?
I just did it. I don't have a problem.
What do you call it? What is that?
I don't care who listens to my calls.
Studio. YouTube Studio. They'll send it again, no doubt.
Who knows? I just did it when they.
But listen, if they send a signal to your phone, and you leave Ireland and you don't have a dual SIM card phone, you're not gonna get that signal.
What do you mean I'm not going to get the signal?
In that long distance?
I have a VPN on the phone. I can put it in any country.
That's right. Yeah, so do I. I do too.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and I have it on my computer as well.
Yeah, I got two more units, wherever I want to.
Don't you
Yeah.
just choose the VPN from the States, right? I mean, it looks like you're in the States.
Oh yeah,
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 I can.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I can put it into the States, and I can watch whatever in the States, whatever I want to do. Put it
Yeah,
in
yeah.
India.
I woke up one day and I turned mine on, and Denmark was the best signal at that moment in time, or
Right,
not Denmark, Sweden. So
right.
I was seeing,
The ads of Sweden. Yeah,
yeah. Well, one was
yeah,
from
yeah, yeah.
Denmark, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's where your computer, the YouTube thinks your computer is. They
Well,
put
yeah, I
the ads on
realized.
for that country.
I thought, man. Well, I got Denmark stuff, and I had a Swedish server,
Well, whatever. I'm just
and
saying.
Norway too.
Mm.
So what did I do? I went on there and I clicked Central USA, and then it went back to that.
Yeah, back to the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
I
watching
will.
the ads. I
And you
like
get
watching the
press
ads.
1 for Spanish.
Yeah, I always like that. My God, that's almost as annoying as when you call some place for customer service. You go through this 10-minute freaking odyssey, uh, you know, with all this menu, and then I screen the phone. I go, a fucking customer service.
I think my wife was calling. I think it was AT&T customer service, and it was in the
Mhm.
Philippines, and she could tell
Yeah,
right away, So she started speaking
talking in
Tagalog, but the woman
Tagalog. Yeah.
says,
Mine was out of
"Sorry, ma'am, I have
Florida.
to speak English." My wife said, "Well, I'll speak to you in Tagalog, and you can speak to me in English."
There you go.
Yeah. It's here in Angeles City, Kiko.
You're popping in and out on yours, Gerald.
Yeah, your
Uh,
microphone.
it's here in Angeles City.
The call center.
Yeah, but there's
It's
call
here in Angeles
centers for
City.
all kind of different things.
I'm
I'd
just
rather
telling you
get
that
someone from the
AT&T.
Philippines than
Yeah.
from India. I can understand them better from the Philippines than the ones from Calcutta or New Delhi.
Yeah, but what
New
Daryl is
Delhi.
saying,
They get that. They
AT&T
get that
call
Indian
center.
accent.
AT&T is based in Angeles. That's what he's saying.
Are you
Yeah,
saying the actual
that and Allied
AT&T call center?
Insurance, State Farm. Yeah, that's all. That's
Yeah,
all
they
here.
do that. I called the second trip I made. I learned from my lesson from the first one, so I activated my credit cards for a set period of time while I was there. And the guy I was talking to was a call center in around Manila somewhere for one of the credit card companies I had.
Yeah,
Credit
I was.
credit cards are in is in Manila. I have all of the communications people are all in Angeles City, and
Oh,
all
that's
of
what I had.
the insurance, Allied Insurance, and State Farm are all in Cebu. I was the call center manager of Links Moving from Hong Kong in Angeles City, and then I flew between Hong Kong, Singapore, and because we have a big headquarters in Singapore, a headquarters in Hong Kong, and the big headquarters in Hong Kong, and then all the kids who work for me on the phone were here in Angeles City. I used to be the manager. Remember,
Yeah.
I told Gear that my first job here was a call center manager, and it was just like being in charge of elementary school.
That's another thing. Not you said that they're trying to get rid. They're trying to not have foreigners working there like they are now. The Filipinos should be working those jobs.
Yeah. But right now it's all white guys and from the UK, Ireland, Scotland, and Australia, and guys like me from the US. It's three of us in charge of those shifts. Mm-hmm. I told you that one of my first things was this guy Charles working for me when I was over there. He said his grandfather died, and I gave him a couple weeks off. I looked out for him. I felt sorry for him. And then like 6 months later, he said his grandfather died again. He had forgot. He forgot which relative he made up. You know, elementary school, bro.
Like herding cats, huh?
What was that? What do you call it? I was watching.
Did you meet Olga when you were in the call center job? Is that how you guys met?
In Bahrain, I was in the embassy. She's at the Philippine embassy.
Gotcha.
And we were State Department people, kinda, you know.
Unofficially.
Right? Yeah, unofficially, because I was not really in State Department. She wasn't really in the Filipino State Department. We were just working for the government. We had jobs working for the government, right? And then, of course, all of the different State Departments go to these functions where everybody's walking around and everybody's plastic with their pinky out, drinking tea and all this other bullshit. And I met her at one of those plastic functions where everybody's got that phony laugh like Pelosi. Oh, yes. Oh, Georgetown.
That's
yes.
That's Kamala's laugh.
Oh, in Washington Lee University. Oh, yes, my uncle. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's so phony, man. It's crazy as fuck, bro. But I was the guy with the military uniform standing in the corner, and they got to have like 2 or 3 of me. You got to have one guy from each service standing around. They could have got like wax figures instead of having us there, man.
We had
free booze.
We had a retirement party for this chief. His name was Chief Jones. Big guy. He had no neck. He reminded me of Anthony Anderson. Well, they had the big party was for him. And I worked at the Officers Club for a little while. And when he was trying, it was his turn. He was up to make a speech. Every single person in that room didn't give a shit about that period. All they did was carry on with their conversations. You know, I'm looking around the room. I'm looking at him. Nobody's paying no never mind to him.
Cocktails and finger foods. And nobody paying attention to the speaker.
They weren't. None of them. I mean, nobody. I was the only one beside himself in the room that realized what was happening. Oh man!
At my pub, I must go through a gallon of this shit a week. People are like taking baths in this shit. They might as well. Dude, no, this is fucking alcohol. But I buy it by the gallon because, dude, people are like,
oh, shit.
It's crazy how much people are using alcohol, man.
Oh, yeah.
I could, man, if you could have bought a fucking 5 24-foot containers of this shit, and then before the pandemic broke out, you'd be a millionaire right now.
Wow.
I remember the first month of the pandemic, it was like people were fighting in line to get some alcohol and Purex.
Pure, yeah.
It's crazy, man. And everything that they're selling, masks, alcohol, everything is from China.
China, huh?
Yeah.
It's funny how when you realize companies, the world, they do business with each other on one end, and then the other end, it's governments, with their back and forth bullshit about each other. At the same time, they're still doing business.
They're connected at the hip, bro. Everybody's connected.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? I heard today as in Congress voted that they either temporarily they are going to
they put it down.
That they are not going to have a debt ceiling. So they're really, well, technically speaking, they may be what do you call it? Inflation, but
it's 1973 all over again.
They're removing that ceiling. They're removing that ceiling so they can, keep the dollar. Everything about the dollar. If there's one thing if there's one thing that's for certain, the powers that be here will never ever let that dollar go below somebody else because it's got to remain the strongest. If it isn't, then we're on we're the outsiders looking in. So I knew they would come up with something. I just knew they would, but I didn't think it'd be that because I guess the alternative is here's a market crash. Here's another 1929, and the dollar's going to be down so freaking far.
I hope it doesn't happen. We have that 1973 shit again, inflation and gas lines and all that
gold
shit.
standard, the gold thing. Well, these guys, you know what I learned from observation and experience and shit all my life is that like when they come up with digital currency, this is nothing more but a tool for the rich to get even richer. It's all a game for them. And as soon as they've had their fill, then all of a sudden they're gonna put limits on this and get rid of that because they don't want us. I mean, who are we? But you know how they are. I mean, they're gonna come and they're gonna go. Well, look, this ain't right. It's hurting our money. It's hurting our dollar here. So we gotta get rid of this after they've made their kill.
It's a big ass club, and you're not in it.
Yeah, exactly. And never the truer word spoken, man. Because they will never admit, not that they do now, but they'll never admit why they do what they do. But even for a guy like me, they only went through high school. I know, and a lot of people, including themselves, would suffer if that dollar got so freaking devalued that it would cut their profits and it would cut their profits probably by 75%. There you go, silver. Ain't one of them $50 coins, is it? Did you get that? Did you get that from the mint, or you got that from the
mint?
Did you get that through that TV deal?
Yes, from the mint.
Mm-hmm. Those are pretty, aren't they, man? You see the weight of a freaking... You feel a quarter nowadays? It feels like you could bend that quarter with your finger.
Fucking heavy, man.
Yeah.
I got 20 boxes of this shit. 20
boxes? Damn. I just love how... they would... It'd be a catastrophe for the world if they changed stuff in midstream. And they just, they'd be cutting their own throats. That's why they get fat. And if they let that dollar get that devalued, that's going to subtract from their...
Fucking shit is heavy, man.
I bet. How much it weigh an ounce? Is that a couple ounces a piece?
Like 5 ounces, it feels like, in each one.
Mm-hmm. You put those inside a boxing glove and hurt somebody.
You knock them the fuck out. Yeah, man.
I love the. You know what? I was feeling not very confident about the monies that I have, but now with that announcement that Congress passed it, and the Republicans would have passed the same thing. You know they would have. They just would have dressed it up differently. That's
hey, man, let me tell you something. Where's Ronald? Okay, listen. The most important thing about the United States right now, always, we have the strongest economy in the world.
Mm-hmm.
By far. Okay? Now, Joe Biden and his administration has really fucked up a lot of stuff right now. In a short period of time, they really screwed up a lot of things. The one thing that he's got going for him is the economy, but that's we're starting to get inflation now.
Yeah.
People are losing confidence. It's starting to go down. I'm just going to tell you flat out truth because I'm an honest broker, the way I look at things. He did a damn good job at the UN the other day trying to sell the American the one thing that he can't screw up the economy, he's gone. So he got up there and he got an Academy Award. He got an Oscar. He did a good job at the UN.
They had him juiced up, huh?
I don't know what he hit. They gave him some geriatrics drug for Alzheimer's, whatever it was. Some experimental shit that nobody else is getting. But he did a good job.
Were his pupils dilating, man?
They were, but I don't give a shit about his pupils dilating. He was saying the right things.
Yeah, right.
And he was looking his transition from one teleprompter to the other was really good. He was doing a great job. Thank you. Please keep that economy going, bro.
I wish I'd have had in hindsight. Of course, it's always hindsight. Being 2020, I would have loved to have known about or paid attention enough to know about the game of politics and economics and how it really works. Because now that I've been off, I've retired, and I've had nothing more to do than be on here, really. And,
you should have been a state senator. You should have been a small state senator somewhere that nobody ever knows about. The state senators, we got hundreds of them getting paid millions of dollars. Nobody knows about those small state senators. But some of those guys, after being state senator for like 5 years, they run for real Senate, and then we all know their names on television.
Yeah.
But you could get out the military and be a state senator for like 15, 20 years. Nobody ever hear about you, but you're a millionaire, bro.
When you're the new kid in town, they tell you to shut the fuck up and wait your turn. You're gonna get, if you want a bill passed, you got to vote for their shit. So it always ends up affecting somebody in a negative way. All over the country. But these guys in their game, they had, and I was surprised too for a pro-left kind of media, is that they were talking, asking Pelosi, hey, that this stimulus stuff, it should have been happening back in May all the way through. Now there's a big area there. It kind of fucks everything up. And she said, well, the Republicans and the Democrats, no, them. And the lady said, no, it was all of you. No, them. And I thought to myself, here's a fucking 80-year-old woman that's arguing like a 10-year-old child. Yeah, let freedom ring, huh? Let me get rich. But you know what I'm saying, though, when it comes to how those are beautiful looking, man. Golly. You know that? What's their... Oh.
Yeah, but Daryl, how can you trust that that's legit stuff when you're buying it?
Oh. So pure. Well, you hear the word pure all the time. You look at that. If you ever thought that something like that weren't pure, look at it. It looks the way it looks because it is.
They give you a certificate and a letter from the U.S. government. Yeah,
but
they give you a certificate from the U.S. government that says this is officially gold-stated mint from the U.S. government.
God, I love how this all works, man. You know what, too? You know what? When it comes to economies, like when Clinton got done with his, he caught the wave of what was started by Reagan, and it came to fruit, and then the Bush too got in there and fucking jagged around, and then you really felt the pain after that one. But
sometimes Bush number 2 would talk. I would want to strangle that guy. I mean, he had no brains in his head.
I could never. I looked at that comedian Louis Black. He did it perfect. George too there. It looked like the guy like he smoked weed from a bong all the time, and every time, like you said, every time he said something, I'm like, this country is fucked up, and you're talking like you sit inside your house and you don't get out in the world, or you don't get out in the country.
Just dumb as fuck.
Yeah, you know what? I like that movie where the old man said, he looked at Jeb and he goes, "Yeah, you make a fine president." And then George got in there twice, But
yeah.
I learned. I've learned. I got to say this during this pandemic stuff. I've learned more about politics and economics than I ever did paid attention to it all my life up to it, because you got nothing but time now. And I'm thinking to myself, you think to yourself, you go, oh man, they're oh shit, man, that dollar's gonna be worth a quarter. Holy shit, by the end of the year. And then they make an announcement, and they're lifting that, they're taking away that debt ceiling. So it can go forever because it don't matter. And then people that say, well, your kids are gonna have to pay that debt down. You know what? Fucking please, man. I mean, yeah, no, it'd be all right.
Yeah, but you got the crazy ass the right. They all crazy, but they can't have it both ways. They want small government, but then they're gonna turn around and give Trump a
Oh,
$1.5 trillion tax cut.
Hey, you know what? That announcement about taking that ceiling away. These guys are high fiving each other out in the hallways.
Right, because
So,
conservative won this round, but they ain't gonna
well,
be able to keep doing it.
no. Well, the Congress passed it, and Congress is primarily Democratic, I think.
Well, a majority.
Yeah, majority is, and then in Senate they're tied, or Republicans are up one. But in any event, they're all money.
No,
They're all about money. All
it's
this,
tied
all this
up. The
digital,
Republicans,
all this digital currency. As soon as they get fat, like I was saying, they make their money. They get rid of it, or they water it down, so the government can still get some money from them.
they're gonna keep doing it the way they always been doing it, pretending
Sure,
that one side is bad and the other side is good, and the other vice versa.
you know what's amazing is the never ending. I mean, between us right here and the words we use and what they use, it means the same thing. It's both somebody's bullshit. They
Hmm.
just they got this bullshit down to an art form. And it's just to regular folks that don't think about it.
Hmm.
They're they hate it when people they like to get on that word woke, but they hate it when you are woke.
All right, I don't know what that means. All I know is they
Woke,
both.
I believe woke means that you realize you know what's going on. That you're first finding out what it is that why they do what they do.
Right, but then they try to use it against you when
Sure they do.
when
Sure they
when
do
when
it.
when a Democrat get caught busted in something like that. Yeah, it's all news. But then when the woke expose the Republicans, then it's all like, oh no, that's just woke. We woke now or whatever. I'm
You know
like, come
what?
on.
All these years, I'm thinking you're always hearing. Ever since I was a kid, you're always hearing this side, that side,
Yeah.
and then you get to the point where one party will say they can right the ship. We're more prosperous, and then you realize that if there were a way to do it, we'd be a dictatorship, and it would have been done years ago, decades ago, hundreds of years
Right.
ago.
But
But
Tony, it's like this. The symbol of the country is the bald eagle, and that's a bird, right?
right,
And the bird got what? Two wings. One's Democrat, one Republican. It's the same government, but the same bird got the same two wings. They together. Ain't no different. That bird ain't gonna fly without the other wing.
they
You know what I
want
mean?
they want you to make it feel like they're pretty good at it too.
Well, trust me. Anytime you got a shrinking population of white voters and mostly Republican, they're gonna scream and cry and say everything else just to make
You,
sure that they stay in power. Even in the
you know
even in the minority, they rather be in power.
you know what
Lindsey Graham gonna sit there till he's 90 if he can.
you know what I never what I'm so befuddled over is that they they Republicans could never see that they needed to change. You know that, and it was just that's why you got a guy like Trump got in there.
Right.
You just
Figure like this: when you fearmonger, oh no, those Mexicans and those blacks and those Asians, they're gonna vote. We're gonna lose our country. I mean, it ain't your country just as much as it ain't our country unless we all act like it. You know. And now they saying,
yeah.
what they say? Oh, Cory Booker is going to be Secretary of Housing, and he's going to move all these black neighbors into your suburban neighborhood. Fear mongering. None of that shit was about to happen, but they did it anyway.
There's a certain percentage of any city that has to have low income housing, whether they like it or
for
not.
The poor white people.
You know. Well, Bernie Sanders, and he made this statement, and all these union guys. The election before this past one, when I was at the bus company, these guys came in there promoting him. I said, "Hey, isn't he the guy that said white people don't know what it's like to be poor?" I said, "Why don't you go to the Appalachian? Go down there and go to some of these trailers, and these people are living like fucking rats live better than they do."
Trust me, more white people on welfare than black people. So
for that guy to make a statement that one people don't know what it's like, you tell that to somebody that ain't got shit.
You know? Tony, that's a guy that has like 6 houses himself.
Yeah, acting like he ain't got shit.
And I've seen it, you know, so I know it. I know that he did that shit for votes, but how can you make it such a fucking rude ass, stupid comment?
Right, you know, and go to Mississippi. They got poor black and white side by side. That's one of the poorest states in the union, Mississippi.
That dude's a socialist, right? Progressive, whatever. But he's a rich fucker.
Yeah, he got money. All of them got money.
Yeah. So Bernie, you're gonna give that up, Bernie, and live like the rest of the folk. You know, you gonna do that? I don't think so.
Everybody got their own angle when it comes to politics. The politicians ain't no different.
Well, that's why I say you can make.
When they showed the video of Bernie Sanders back in the 70s having lunch with Russians, go figure. Yeah. I mean, he's sitting up in there with no shirt on.
Well, all I can say is I'm glad that I'm glad the people I know as well as myself that we know better. So in our small way, we know what we need to do.
Right. The bottom line is, Tony, we need to stop saying them, and it's just us, because there's more of us than it is of them. And when we decide to say both of you fuckers is fucking up, now we taking it back. Democrats, they ain't got no choice.
Democrats had the most prime opportunity to take over. Yeah, and the best they could come up with was Hillary and Biden. You know, I mean, there's got to be better than that.
Right, but I ain't even going to give them a name. I'm not calling them Republicans. I'm not calling them Democrats. I'm calling them the enemy.
I like when the guy asked me at work. He said, "Hey, so what do you moderate, whatever, or left, right? What the fuck is all this shit, left, right shit?" I said, "Listen to me." I told a guy one day, he was bitching about our money going toward welfare. Okay, I said, "Look, I don't like it any more than you do, but you gotta hope that some of that what they're getting makes it to them kids." I said, "You cannot fault a child if he got absent-minded parents that are on welfare that don't take care of them." I said, and another thing, it's easy to say that shit. I said, I don't like it either, George, but what am I going to do? But
now, if you take a person that's got 15, take a person with 15 cars, for example, and one person with one car. They're going to say, "Oh, that guy with the one car is using too much gas."
Yeah.
No, the one with 13 cars. So you figure if there's only 13% of blacks, then the rest of the country has got to be white and something else. All the blacks ain't on welfare, and damn sure all the whites ain't on welfare, but there's more whites than there are. So there have to be more white people on welfare. It's just do the numbers. I mean, come on.
by numbers.
And the rest of them, where the other half of the black people? They in jail, so they ain't on welfare.
What I told him also was, look, I said, look at the alternative here. What kind of pay jobs are there out there? You got these temp services that give you. There's no feeling of you're doing your all for the company because it's a temporary thing, and they're going to cut you loose. I said, besides that, there aren't those big paying jobs for those high school graduates anymore like there were. They're not.
Or
They're
anybody
not
with a
there.
master's degree, for that matter.
And it took Obama up to the seventh year before the good old boys would let him play. They play ball with him and started to give him stuff.
That's why I'm saying I don't call them Democrats. I don't call them Republicans. They the enemy.
Yeah.
They the enemy because they want to put you against each other. That's
I'm
what
glad
they
I
do.
know what I'm glad I know what I know. You know.
When Hillary come out calling people deplorable, she wrong.
Dude, she's so.
And then Trump comes out and say, "Black people, vote for me." What you got to lose? What?
It's all a game, man. But you know what I laugh at? I laugh when I see the conventions. You know, when it's election season for president, and I see all these people out in the audience, and I'm thinking, do they actually believe all this shit? You know?
Yeah, they gobble it up.
Yeah, they're gobbling it up. They're giving them spiked Kool-Aid or some shit, and
something they treating them with because it don't make no damn sense. When you know, long before Trump became president, you know, they knew he was a low down, sleazy dirtbag of a business. But then they're gonna accept him. Yeah, he'll get the job done. When he still owe people money from New Jersey when he ripped them off from the buildings that they built for him. And then he turns around and sue you, and you'll wind up paying him less than what you owe. I'm like, dude. And then they lap it up like, I mean, yeah, come on. If that had been anybody else coming up from up north, going down south, trying to swindle one of them Southerners, they'd be like, we don't allow your kind around here.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I got an aunt and uncle. Oh, he's 79 now. The guy's still like a freaking spry chicken, man. They live in South Carolina. He's got this odd thing about picking where he wanted to live, but they live in Manning, South Carolina, and he said down there, people won't even talk to him. They don't even say hi. When he says hi, they won't say hi back because they know he's from. And their fear is down there that they don't want anybody rocking the boat down there. They don't want
the magic word, fear. That's what they do, fearmonger. That's all they got. You're gonna have immigrants and everything running around here all the time. That's gonna be crime and rape and they get them all spooked.
I told this girl, she's a nice Spanish descent there at my doctor's office, a new one, and we were talking about stuff, and I said, well, you know what, you just got to sign the guest book, man, so you're documented, you know, I mean, why you want to live in fear of, you know what I mean, it's not the way to go, I mean, just to be documented, man, don't be here illegally 20 years and you have a law and you kick them out. You know, just do it the smart way. Apparently, I didn't know it, but there are places to properly do these things, even in Mexico. But people are being lied to by their own kind, so they get paid. You know, by those what do they call those guys, coyotes or something? Coyotes.
Right, but we know many immigrants. When country was coming up, they was coming in through New York. Women was coming in pregnant. Didn't even have documentation. Baby gets born here in the States. No problem. Same difference.
Mm-hmm.
But now because they know they running out of numbers.
People, there were 5 families with my last name that came to Louisiana by way of South America back in the 18 something. And
How we get
my
on politics in the first place? Next.
anybody, and there were 4 million Italians at south of Rome. The land isn't not beneficial to farming and all this other shit. But 4 million of them went back home again. And when they did come here, when they had to check off what race they were, they had to check off they were black because of their skin color. So 4 million of them got pissed and went back. But hardest thing you got today is somebody calling you a name. My grandfather's 14, didn't know any English, and they got beat up on the street or fight, and then the teachers would smack them off the side of the head with a stick because they couldn't speak English.
And now they say there's no such thing as systemic racism in America. When your grandfather saw it long before we got a name for it.
But people weathered the storm back then, and I mean,
and regardless of what they went through, it shouldn't have happened in the first place.
Well, it shouldn't, but it did, and it always will. I mean,
no, it ain't always. Everything ends. Everything ends.
Yeah, well, by then we'll be worm food or some shit.
I don't care. It'll end because you just can't keep going on.
Anyway, oh shit, dude, I gotta go here. I gotta go shopping, man.
Oh, what? You got no grub?
Nah. Nah, I gotta get stuff.
Head to the dollar store.
No, not that. I ain't down that low.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, you will be that low. That's why rich people stay rich because they don't spend their money.
I've been there. I've me and my wife now, when she was here, we frequented the secondhand clothing stores because they had a lot of good stuff in there. And then when we were done using it, we would donate it back.
There you go.
I mean, it's gonna help somebody. So
I'm telling you, ain't no shame in my game. I go to the ukai. I find something nice in there.
When I was a kid, that Goodwill, man, you went there, you were freaking got teased, put down.
Oh, the whole nine.
That was oh my god. Anyway, that was terrible.
That's crazy. When you call yourself, in America, land of the free, home of the brave, you should be free to buy used clothes and not be criticized.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
That was horrible for me because my mom managed to find these winter jackets that were just this color nobody else had. so I stood out.
Mm-hmm.
You freaking
but
yellow.
You wasn't cold.
School bus yellow and
that worked. You didn't take it off in the winter.
Hell no, man.
It did the job.
Every day, man. Every day I got heard shit. Every day.
Right.
I swore when I got older, my second set of kids, because I've been with them, from the time they're born with their mother longer than the first one.
And the thing, Tony, we're not complaining. We just reminiscing.
I said, man, hey, buy one of those Jeeps, one of them battery powered Jeeps, at the time they were $150, and my ex-wife, we were both working, we both made money. She complained. I said, what? It ain't like we're not spoiling them, but they're getting stuff that I could never get. So I thought it would be, a lot of fun to experience it. But she was always the one complaining about that shit. I said, well, I got used and secondhand everything all my life, and now I have the opportunity to do different for mine. So, we didn't spoil them, but they got those things that nobody else had once in a while.
I was telling you about that Netflix series, the Squid Game. And the moral of the story was the old man who set up the game, filthy rich. He said, but he remembers when they used to play games when he was a kid, and now he's got everything he ever wanted, and he can't buy fun.
No, that was always a dream, all that stuff for me.
He couldn't buy fun. He could buy anything he want, got all his toys, everything, but he can't have fun because he
I
can't buy
was,
it.
I was,
He tried.
I wanted a football on Christmas, regular, just like, whatever, pigskin period. So me and my oldest sister, we used to look and feel up the packages, thinking, see what they were. And I felt this one. I go, oh, that's a football. I opened up that fucker, man. That fucker was plastic.
Straight up plastic.
Yep. And I sat there and I looked down. I was crying. My mom said, "What's the matter?" Oh, I'm just tired. I'm just tired.
You know what we always wanted? We wanted a real basketball, the leather basketball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come find out when we playing with a leather basketball on the concrete in the playground, you just
Tear it up.
wasting money because it's going to turn to suede.
Rip it up. Yeah.
Now you don't have leather, you got suede. So
Yeah,
we
man.
didn't care about the rubber balls no more. They stayed the same. You know?
So I've been with and without, so I know what it's like.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about nothing I never got because I don't know what I didn't get. I mean, I know what I missed, but there's no need in complaining about it. I'm still moving forward.
You know what? That football was the only thing that I wanted. I didn't care about if that was the only thing I got. That was good for me. That's the only thing I wanted.
I asked my mom one Christmas, well, 3 Christmases, for 3 things. One Christmas, it was one of those Argyle sweaters that Johnny Mathis used to wear.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing I asked for was a saxophone. And the third thing I asked for was one of those old back in the day Johnny Lightning racing sets. I got that. That covered everything else. You know what I mean?
I used to think to myself, look, we usually get 4 gifts apiece. I'll just take this one and, keep the money from the other 3.
Right. We didn't
Anyway,
care
I gotta get shopping here, guys.
Oh, what time? 6 o'clock. Yeah, you got time.
About 20 after. Yeah, they open. I think they're open until 10, but I don't want to be stocking shit at 10 o'clock.
Did you make a list?
I'll see you all Friday.
Friday?
Yeah, I got Friday.
Yep.
Remember, Christian God's radio thing Friday.
Cool. Yeah, we got to make sure we get
9 a.m. your time, Ronald.
Here, guys. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it backstage, and then I'm just going to end this here. So, Gary, if you want to come up, click that link. Christian, if you want to come up, click the link.
Send me your thing at the email.
Okay, no worries.
And then
I'll do that when I finish the broadcast.
Yeah, okay. I'm cutting out right now, though.
Right, but I'll send it to your email anyway,
okay.
So you can pick it up when you get back.
All right, cool. Thank you.
No worries.
Thanks for coming on today.
No worries, man. No worries.
Adios.
See you in a bit.
See you, Joe.
All right, I'm going to just talk to the people in the background. We've got 6 on YouTube and 5 on Facebook. Thank you for joining us tonight. Back on Saturday, normal time, 8 p.m., meaning Ireland time. Anyway, thanks for all the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And see you Saturday night. Thank you very much, and good night.